very, very much a vintage VP map where the true plow can come in.
This is like where their approach to the map is so great. How you see them in their default, spread around the map, apply pressure towards Ivy, take control of Ivy. It's a system where no player has to do something crazy individually. Just they go for their default, they fill out their opponents, they get a read on what their positions are, and then they just collapse. And it's very difficult. You have to be aggressive on the CT side not to allow that to happen. You need to disrupt that style now. And Gambit is a very good team on train. But are they at the VP's level, right?
It takes a lot of coordination, too, right? Yeah. When you're getting pressured like that, then if you lose a guy in Ivy, for example, then someone else has to compensate in ladder or towards team main. And then when you have someone like VP who's good at reading situations, players like Snacks, for example, who are good at just coming in at the right time, it can really do collapse very, very quickly for them.
Okay, we'll head towards the start of the match as the players are getting themselves ready. Let's hand you back to our commentary team for game number 7 of the day. Remember, the winner of this goes to the quarterfinal. It's all yours, Henry G and Sadikist.
Winner of this to the quarterfinals. Both of these teams are previous legends. One's been in a slump and one's kind of been off the radar. Gambit versus Virtus.pro.
And on train as well. That's very interesting. Gambit, not known to be an amazing train team, actually struggled with that recently, I would say. And Virtus.pro, at one point, the very best team in the world on this map, I'd say hands down. They were very, very good. So I agree with Yanka. This is Virtus.pro's playground. The form they're showing right now, at least from the 2 maps we've seen, Matt, it's not get too excited, right?
Exactly. Quarterfinals is fine, but that is it. We'll see how it goes from there.
But you have to say, Gambit showing some very good form as well. They took down G2 16-6. What a showing that was. Mousesport's victory as well. Virtus.pro beat Fnatic, Vega Squadron 16-2. So quite dominant performances from both of these teams so far. This is the first playoff game. Whoever wins this one map is going to the quarterfinals. And what a story that'd be. Virtus.pro, whenever we seem to be playing on their home ground in Poland, it seems to that's where they really drop off. If you think about the Katowice event, I think we've constantly they've made the playoffs once, but then they get completely wrecked by Fnatic.
Yeah, that was of course in 2016. This year, not even making it through to the arena.
Indeed,
they've had success in Katowice in the past. They've had runner-up events there. They, I believe, won there. The major they did win was Keto, and that's where Bialy was still a teenager, as he corrected me, which was obviously the highlight of the team's career. I'm sure, even of all the wins, they would tell you that's probably their favorite in front of their home crowd. So. Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to do that again. Snacks is actually even from Krakow itself, so...
Yeah, bit of a hometown hero there. That'd be great. Just to hear the atmosphere in the arena, if they make it, that'd be fantastic. It's looking promising at the moment.
I will say, as well, walking around the Old Town Centre, we've seen multiple people with Virtus.pro shirts on. The first night I was here, I met one, and then yesterday, while we were filming with Paula, we had a guy in Virtus.pro sweater walking around.
That was quite cool. But yes, train will indeed be the map here. We'll see how this one kicks off. I do favour VP quite heavily, but you never know. They're certainly an up-and-down team. We've only seen 2 maps from them so far, and best of ones. It's really difficult to gauge what that means going forward. They have a couple of good days. We know they had an awful Cologne event, went 0-3 there.
Yeah.
Swiss format didn't seem to really favour them at all, but this is a complete turnaround. 2-0 could be the first team to qualify for the playoffs. So we'll see. Very interesting. Gambit, always a dangerous team. Under the helm of Zeus, of course. Legendary in-game leader, former of Navi. And we're looking to see whether he can slow things right down. He's got a great play style. He knows when to slow things down, when to go this methodical kind of old Navi style plays, and when to chuck in the really fast, aggressive loose stuff as well. It's great to watch sometimes. And you can see how Navi potentially miss having him by their side, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The fact that he's brought this team, Gambit, who at the start of it was, okay, all right, it's the remnants. It's those that have not been or succeeded elsewhere. They won't achieve much. Didn't expect anything. As soon as Zeus showed up, he's turned this into a real winning lineup, and they've shown at every major that they are a threat, and hence why they are a legend team. So another chance to do the exact same thing in this game. First qualification game. It's Virtus.pro versus Gambit, and on train, no less.
Here we go then. Gambit T-side start, 4 sets of armor. It's quite a basic play with 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs. That's in the back pocket of Zeus. All 5 players heading towards inside. We normally talk about that being a very common place to go. Guaranteed to get the bomb part in most instances. Could go towards Pop Dog if they decide to. And it'll be Diosia to investigate that area first. Bialy spots him. Somehow gets away with his life there.
Not bad, actually, because he baits out and knows there's someone close behind that Pop Dog, so flank potential will have to be considered. Taz at the corner backs off early. We know he's very, very good on the B site, specifically when he plays sort of the left side of the bomb train itself. She's still thinking of the idea of going back down the ladder. for Zeus. Go all the way out towards Z Connector. Covers off the sidewalk, so Neo puts himself on top of the train to see instead. In they go. With the vision, Neo does do slight damage onto Hobbit. Tags him up in the leg as he jumped through. Can't quite find an angle flash through. Hobbit's fully blind. Good find through the smoke. PGL and Snacks each with a kill. They'll push all the way onto Taz. They'll concede the bomb plant, but go for the retake. There is no kits. It's 5 sets of Kevlar, or rather chest pieces of Kevlar. But look at the flank from a Dread. He's got to hit shots if he's going to do that. It's a whiff, and it's not good enough.
Well, there it is. Gambit getting shown, or found, I should say, at the pop dog area at the start. So he gets away with just about the inside execution as we expected coming in. On a smoke down the lower ramp, one towards connector to stop rotations and block vision as well to find them a safe entrance point. The bomb gets planted, they push down, it's all correct at that stage, but didn't really have enough utility to work with once the bomb got planted. You can see shots being hit by Snacks, gets 2 kills in total. Taz doing decent damage as well, and he managed to keep 4 players alive, so a decent round there. And what am I seeing here? The bomb planted, but Mo comes in straight away with the scout. 2 scouts now. We discussed this idea in the previous game as well on Nuke. You can go for a second round force bite if you desire with the bomb plant. It's standard to go for the AKs in the third. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this one. Double scouts, Tech 9s, a few smokes to work with here. And you can see Virtus.pro prepared for it. 3 rifles coming out. MP9 for Neo and Taz with the UMP. So they've certainly got enough firepower to go toe-to-toe with the weaponry of Gambit here. Definitely a bit of a risk. We'll see if it pays off. And this Gambit set up for a default right now. Straight line formations running towards inside. Pop Dog, Ivy, and main entrance. Hobbit to investigate, see if there's any CT aggression coming in.
Taz wants the entry from Hobbit. Neo's there to support, but scout entry would be best for Gambit. Big investment and nothing used to their advantage just yet. How late do they let the time subside before trying to strike? Still don't know that it's in play. Certainly not that there's 2 scouts.
The smokes. Molotov's pulled out but not deployed just yet. In terms of the CT setup, Neo and Taz known as one of the best inside players in the game. Let's see if he can mow them down here.
Well, first one. Dread does respond. That's going to force Taz off the train, so he's not sitting for a wraparound, and Hobbit's following up onto him. That should allow the bomb plant, but watch the range of the M4 because the bomb's not crossed over. Hobbit, 16 HP, tries to push up. Pasha catches it. No plants. Scout would easily take down Snacks and Viali, but Pasha is the problem. That's not a problem at all. Headshot certainly works. Bomb's down, they have to push together. He can grab it 7 seconds. He's gone away from it. He had to plant immediately. He's lost the chance. Could have found kills potentially, but Viali controls it.
He knew the chance to get that bomb down was next to none. Just wanted to keep limiting the CT economy there. It was a nice idea. It was been Snacks that had taken him down from the upper ramp, but unfortunately for Mo, of course, the engaged sniper after hitting that lovely shot, I have to say, towards the lower ramp, taking down Pasha. They had to clean off. The force by does not work out for Gambit there. They managed to bring it down to an interesting situation, but can't get the bomb plant down, and they'll be on a full eco into round number 3. Just a note as well, if you're not familiar with the economic system of CSGO in general, if you get the bomb down in the pistol, you normally take an eco in that round, and then you buy up AKs in the third here. Take the gamble like Gambit just did, but I'd say you're always better off going with that third round force buy unless you've got an inkling as to how the CD side's set up. Going into round number 3, just PT50s, Glocks, 1 Deagle available for Adren. Reinforced CP, that's a nice shot, Pasha. He goes down 5-on-4 in favour of Gambit.
May find another one, Adren.
Yeah, Adren's been sick recently, I have to say. He's been one of the MVPs with Gambit, hands down, amazing stuff.
Team sprays aplenty back toward the dumpster. Gambit paint the map. I wish to paint it red with something other than just spray paint. Pasha's already spewed. Across the cold floor. Back to B. No one close up to the bomb train. Taz sits back towards Z Connector, so it should be another smooth entrance for Gambit. No bomb plant in the last round means that this one becomes more crucial. Dropping in bomb from the upper position should go down right now. Hobbit takes out Taz. That's a refrag back on Zeus. Snacks, good find. Therefore, but Mo slipped up undetected. Couldn't do anything with the Glock against the armor. Any other weapon, even any other pistol, he may have had a chance. Down to just Adren.
Yeah, this round should be done. Adren, final player to go down. Pretty decent, all things considered. That was pretty much ecos and PD50s and deagles. Adren, he opens things up with that lovely 1D towards Pasha biceps. Bomb down as well for a fully that's not bad at all. Very decent money going to the first gun round ticks and certainly bring out the AWP. Probably see that being rolled by Mo. Indeed, he picks it up. Virtus.pro like to AWP on this map as well. Pasha traditionally, he gets thrown over the weapon by Snacks, and they'll aim for a double AWP setup eventually, but for now, just a single. There's that first shot, that's beautiful. Very precise. First gun round here. Virtus.pro the 3-0 start, looking healthy. Money has been limited though. The frags keep coming in, and the close situations they have against these pistols, one round could head them down to an EK themselves.
Snacks is pushed inside of Ivy. Not all the way out. Has to be very cautious of the fact that Mo has the AWP. Second flash. Deep on the scope, but enough to blind it. Leave it in the open. Double up for Snacks.
That's nice. That's really good. The timing's perfect. Pasha flashes him through, and the AWP shot just gives away. There's 2 frags available for you here. Goes around the corner, fully commits. 5-on-3. Snacks devours 2 players at Ivy. 5-on-3 now, and Taz, he finds another. Neo chiming in with the assist. That should be round concluded. Up to Adren and Zeus now. Zeus with the bomb. Still have a bit of utility to work with there. Adren with a decent position. He does find 1 kill. Is that enough to get them back into this round?
Adren will work his way through. It's the opening of A main. Has to get to the key box. Good shot on Pasha. They found Zeus. Well, we weren't watching, so he is the only one left, Adren, but he spotted up a 3rd player. Couldn't get the shots in fast enough, but has collected the bomb. 48 seconds, and knows they're both coming from Z. A bit of a stagger on his crouch step means 1 bullet goes wide, and it allows the kill to come back in for Taz.
Bit of a hollow victory there for Virtus.pro after having the 5-on-2 situation. Adren, he keeps them modest. He keeps the money limited for Virtus.pro. It's a lovely play from Snack to kick things off towards Ivy. Like we said, the teamwork at that flashbang was pitch perfect. And Adren, he's going to be playing today. He's going to be turning up. I'll tell you that right now. Some lovely shots to the AK-47. And he'll be causing damage later on as we go deeper into this game. That's the replay of that push towards Ivy. It has to be a partial bite, looking for maximum loss bonus into the next round. Still have a very good chance to win these rounds on the terrorist side of train. Can be very deadly indeed with the smokes. Dren on the screen there, realising he had a chance to win that. Towards inside we go. All 5 players in this position. Could go down Pop Dog still with the smokes. It looks like they'll commit towards inside. Smoke all over the bomb side. Molotov potentially coming in as well. Being able to get pushed back there. A little bit towards upper. It's Neo and Taz once again. Taz looking towards the upper ramp. Of course, Neo got his back at lower. Silenced M4. He'll be smoked off momentarily. Down to Taz to battle alone.
Smokes land. Neo's looking above it. Again, getting on top of the red train. Secondary smoke, if he was down on the ground, meant that he wouldn't be able to spam toward the train. He gets dinked. He has to fall off if it's onto Taz. The Devil only finds 1. Good shot in return on the Tech 9.
Here we go. Chance now, Zeus. The recovered AK-47, but just as they get together, group up, trying to push further down the bomb site there. It's Bialy. They line up for him. He gets 3 kills in total, saves around for VP. It got a little bit dicey there for them. Number 6. Maximum loss bonus to be said. No bomb plant in the previous round, not a huge deal, but another buy available here. Double AWP set up. I did say Virtus.pro will be aiming for that. Traditionally, Snacks and Pasha, but Neo at one point was the main AWPer for Virtus.pro. It seems like he'll be in the secondary AWP role. Actually, when he was the main AWPer, I actually really liked his train AWPing. It wasn't too flashy, playing the connector, just hitting the shots that counted, especially towards inside. Very smart and intelligent picks and not overcommitting. So I expect to see more of that from him. Time out for Gambit, work out what that player is. I think it's because Mo's got $4,800, right? So he wants to work out, do I get the AWP out, glass cannon it, try and get the opening pick? The answer seems to be no. AK-47 this time. They got the bomb down in the previous round. They didn't really seem to focus on. They wanted to go for the victory and the glory of the frags. It's down to Zeus now to work out the final strategy here. 6 kills for Taz, 2 for Zeus. I think that's the disparity between the highest performers and lowest, maybe. 2 of the old boys, 29 years old as Zeus and 30 for Taz. The old guard on the server.
Old guard and oldest player active in the major. 31 and 200 and a bajillion days or something like that.
Yeah.
Neo does hit Mo. He's down to 11. Good coverage of the corner flash to get him off of the angle, but no Molotov until now. That's the way to fully push him back long enough to take over the Brown Halls. Still wants to go back for it. Ooh, that hand. It's going to get a nade thrown toward Hobbit. Fractional HP.
This is nice from Taz. After the orb showing presence towards Appa, him sneaking to the step position like this and might jump across. They have no idea he's there. That's really nice. He gets back as well. The orb's still ready and waiting. Doesn't quite hit the shot. Could be in danger now.
He's got to fight out. He's got to fight all the way out. No nades to throw toward him because 9 HP. He could go down at any moment. I thought for sure he'd find another, but Hobbit does put the silence to the tension. Brings it at ease. Taz has gone back around from lower to upper. Hobbit finds him as well. Grab the AWP, the E key, in case you were wondering, Hobbit. 1 HP, so he's got to find a shot. Therefore, the op is far more viable than a UMP.
For sure. Doesn't quite spot the head. Now he does. Oh, a chance to find that kill. Timing's eluding, but not this time. Pasha walks into his crosshair. 4-on-2 now in favour of Gambit. It's up to Snacks. Lucia coming out of the Ivy position as well. Viali finds the first frag. That was the chance. Zeus takes him down in the end. Nice round from Gambit there. Looks a little bit scary at the start, but good flashbangs and finding that kill on Taz meant Neo stuck in position, couldn't fall back. Hobbit deals with him. Another big name for the Gambit side, Hobbit. One of the younger players, very skilled indeed. 2 kills in the upper brown halls and then takes down Pasha as well, rotating towards inner. And you can see, after winning 5 rounds in a row, Virtus.pro have to take an eco map, because these rounds have been close. They have been losing players with the pistols. They're going for the airstrike though. Virtus.pro with 3 HG grenades, presumably using those towards main entrance at the very start. Can be useful for some kills. I think most teams are aware this is a possibility. Dumping them straight away. Getting set up first. Maybe want to get a cue that there is someone in towards the main entrance. There's the Dren giving position away. Now the nades should be deployed. There's 1 and 2. No real damage inflicted. Takes the Dren down to 80.
This could be good for Pasha. Gun barrel, easy shots. P250. Zeus says not. AK-47. Hobbit pushes all the way around the brown halls this time. Taz tries to slip up from the lower ramp. He'll greet him at the bottom of it. Hobbit's quite good at predicting people's pattern. Oh, good nade. Bye-bye, Taz. I was about to say exactly what that shows. He's very good, Hobbit. Hold for a second because Snacks will take down Mo. I'll get a chance to speak my thought in a moment, but as he pushes forward, the flash will keep him away, but there's an AK-47 down that Snacks could quickly gobble up. Meanwhile, bomb goes towards B, having the fact that Hobbit is already inside of the site, 99 HP, so he is the great one. Neo might have problems if he goes up the ladder, because Mo still staring at it will put him down. So 3 versus 2, 38 seconds, no one close enough. Deny in the site. Piawi already spotted. Hobbit will rush toward his position. Decoy hand needs to be ready. As the bomb's planted, the Snacks is removed. I was going to say, Hobbit's very good at predicting people's movements and patterns. 1 HP last time on the AWP, sees the head of Pasha and realizes, well, I can't re-peek with this low HP, so he sits and holds an angle Pasha walks into. Takes the battle with Taz, knows he's going to retreat to the site, predicts he goes down the ramp, and then throws the nade exactly where he's going after the shots miss. He's quite good at it.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Well, for now, it's up to Snacks to try and save his AK-47. Neo invested quite a lot of money into the previous round, so he will be looking to get a drop, so that helps a lot with that AK. Pasha pushing Ivy finds 1 kill. There's Snacks to chime in as well to take down the player with the AK. He will indeed be saving the looks of things. He might be hunted slightly here, but we'll have to find another day by the looks of things. That's going to be the second round now for Gambit. The winning one, it took Virtus.pro down to pistols there. 5-2 is the overall scoreline on the T side for Gambit. All coming out for Pasha this time. This is a nice thing to have. Managing to have plenty of players that can use the AWP. Obviously Snacks, Pasha, Neo come to mind. Plenty of options there. Let's see Neo have a little go of it. Didn't really deliver. And it's a leg shot a player, but still currently sits on 2 for 5. Mo, on the other hand, 4 kills for him on the Gambit side. Round number 8. 1 kit available for Virtus.pro. Decent utility. Pasha just with a decoy though. And fast play towards Olaf. Hobbit, be careful.
He's got to get out. Backs off 20 HP remaining already. What's the position in return? I think from Snacks' angle, he may be able to see into that spot. Either way, he's going to get aggressive and take it over himself. Pushes front blue though. Hobbit could actually hear this. He may be able to wrap it. Oh, timing around behind him. Snacks prevails.
Well, this sort of lead should be Virtus.pro's round, but some of the big names still up and alive. It's going to be a Dren that finds Pasha. Was he pushing Ivy? Then what is the need for that? Absolutely none at all. He's by himself. That's a real high-risk maneuver, but Taz He is fighting back, 4-on-2 now. Pasha needs to be careful with these decisions he's making. Snacks looking to make a similar play, but I like this a lot. Sitting behind the smoke, now dissipate just as the T's walk down the corner as well. This could be beautiful.
Snacks is sneaky. He's always sneaky at Dren. Whiteside sees it first. I don't know if that was smoke due to graphic or a 4x3. I don't know what Snacks plays on. They certainly didn't see him walking up near.
Weird decisions from VP though. That could have been really nice from Snacks, but not required. 30 seconds remaining. Still have the advantage for now, but Adren seems to have an inkling a player could be the CT steps. That's Neo. But it comes down to timings. He's stopping them get towards spawn right now, but they are at the back tracks, and they could backstab his teammates. Bialy seems to know that's a possibility. There's Mo, but there's Neo with a nice timing there. Brings it to a 3 versus 1. Adren, though, the danger man of Gambit, dealt with by Bialy. 6-2. But the 2 rounds in a row, Virtus.pro are back. I have to say, Pasha needs to be a little bit more intelligent with his plays. The money's not great. Sure, it's a 5-on-3. You've got to win the round, but let's make sure everyone stays alive. And if you do go down, there's a chance of a refrag. That's a real dicey move to make, but they managed to recover. Round number 9 now. Still money there for Gambit. It's probably be their last buy before an EQ. That's if they don't win this round, of course. Dosia down to just a Desert Eagle. All comes out once again for Mo. And Zeus on a Tech 9. This should be more of a set piece mentality considering they're so low. Flash is coming out, some smoke towards outside, but the bomb, for now, that's heading towards inner.
Smoke down. That Ivy nade goes through it. Hobbit's backed off. Turn back in toward A main. Down, Bialy's backed off. Pop Dog flashed out. Needs to make sure he's safely behind the E-box, not covered off from A main. So good team play to try and catch him in transition, but they won't be able to do anything with it. Still pistol, AK up. All they've to work with on the Gambit side. Pistols being Deagle and Tech 9.
Indeed, towards inside will go. It's up to Mo to cover his teammates as they make the final commitment towards the inside bomb site. Smoke's be deployed towards connector, lower ramp. Simply in between the tracks as well. Taz towards upper this time, a more passive hold from him. Neo, no warp this time, but looking towards lower.
Smoke out on the sidewalk, upper sidewalk that is, so that they'll have to drop into the site, and when they do, Taz has position, but Adren has one of the AKs. Good shot. Neo's got problems because they're able to swarm him, and Doja, after the damage from Zeus, is able to put him down. Pasha, the WP doesn't account for the fact that Doja is also pushed up, and he'll grab a weapon. It's Snacks remaining, 1 versus 4, and doubt that he'll be going through any further toward the B site.
I think you might be right. 4-on-1 now. Snacks not able to do much about this situation. You know, players coming towards him. That's a free kill. Doesn't go for it. Looking for multiple frags here. He is a sneaky player. That's really well done. Manages to stay alive for now. Knows there's a possibility both to be towards that popcorn position. He's low HP as well. He'll run away. Snacks showing his dominancy there. And he's still hunting for a little bit more here. Could find Hobbit as well. He does. He's got quite a firm message towards Gambit. Finally taken down. Decent round though, I have to say. Getting towards that inside area. It was Taz who missed, admittedly, quite an easy shot. Perfect play. Drops the smoke. Nice timing. Felt the final commitment coming in from the T side. If he gets that first kill, he buys himself some time. Players have to walk through smoke at that point as well to try and get the refrag. It's that one kill. Neo left in a horrible position after that. Snacks gets a few consolation frags, but that's all they'll get. They will force buy into round number 10 Virtus.pro. 6-3 is the overall scoreline. This is really nice from Snacks. Sure, it doesn't really mean much to the round outcome, but just damaging the money and staying alive as well. That's well played.
That's the form for Snacks, is it not? So sneaky. Doji before the smoke blooms, though, takes down the man we mentioned, who therefore loses out early. M4 for Taz. Dren goes all the way around upper fast play. Taz with M4. Behind the bomb train. Good lineup, but can't find the kill. Tries it again. Dren seems the better of it with the AK. It's going to put an aggressive position for Hobbit as well toward train 2.
Bomb has been planted.
Searching toward the back area, towards CT.
This force buy will amount to too much here for Virtus.pro. An inside play from Gambit finds with the first 2 frags, damaging Bialy as well. Upgraded pistols and armor. Shotgun for Neo as well. Doesn't deliver a single kill as of yet. There's one though. The 5-7 gets a double. Pasha. That's not bad at all. Both headshots. Managed to take down meci and Adren. Will be dealt with by Zeus eventually there, so you'll not be able to recover a weapon and take it to the next round. Definitely going to be eco now for the CT side, saving a shotgun and a Desert Eagle potentially. We do have the Zeus still on the hunt, but he will retreat. Bomb going off at that point. It's going to be 6-4 now. And we really have got a game on our hands as Virtus.pro, as I said. We'll have to take the eco. Shotgun's out for Neo. Might give it to Snacks. He is known to be a bit of a menace with that weapon, I have to say. And he does indeed. Throws it over. Snacks presumably going towards Pop Dog when we lower ramp. Push up for a smoke. Everyone knows what he's capable of with the Mag 7.
Mag 7. Seen a shotgun today in the last game already. That specific Mag 7. None in particular do heavy damage against Astralis, denying a bomb plant lower in the hands of JW. See if he comes up with anything similar for Snacks, who's not playing at Pop Dog with it. Those are the two players I would think of when I think of a shotgun. Doji gets Pasha. Bialy gives up the area and goes back out towards Sandwich with the Deagle instead. Neil wants to slip behind them, but Adren. Here's the last step to turn and find as Mo takes down Doja. Now. Keep it civil.
It's all fine. Just a bit of a love tap. 6-5 though. Gambit do close the gap. Money just about available, man. Not quite. It's going to be a pretty difficult buy for them. They'll get the M4s and some body armor, sure, but they'll be struggling for the likes of Diffuse Kits, Incendiaries. The 5 M4s, no kits, no Incendiaries at all. They do have 5 smokes, a few flashbangs to work with, no HEs. I think it's one of the rounds you go aggressive. I think you're pushing 3 towards lower ramp or towards Ivy. This has to be. You need to find that first frag. A full commitment from Gambit, and on their slow-paced rounds, you're going to struggle to hold that off. We'll see what they decide to do. He's going to throw number 12 into the closing stages now, the first half. Playing Ali towards Pop Dog. Digs himself in. We do a little bit of aggro towards Ivy. Not too much, though. Pasha falls back. And they're running out of grenades very quickly. I'd have liked to have seen something fast, but very standard round from VP.
Smoke at the end of the Ivy will dissolve. Run boost does not quite work unless you are able to first get on top of your teammate's head. I figured out that aspect of it. Half-Life logo. Is the life half full or half empty, Henry?
Half full.
Aw, you're such an optimistic guy.
Generally speaking, yes. I hope it rubs off on you one day.
Probably won't. I hope you never rub me. Mo. Smoke's ready to go. Molotovs will go right. Flash out as well at Ivy. They're trying to hold and contain the CTs in the position, but Snacks isn't buying it. He's going to stay at Hell. If they walk out A main, he'll control Sandwich. Neo, therefore, just has to watch off E-Box. Adren's going to head that direction. It's Bialy that turns to realize it late. Adren gets the jump. Neo's in the open. Adren finds a second. Snacks has to do it all because he's lost Pasha. First kill success in return, but Adren's down to 6 HP. 15 seconds. Bombs at B. So they've actually faked it entirely. That's going to be, yeah, exactly, the round, because Snacks, the man we called to be the hero, was calling for help on the other site. He's going to get found in rotation. Very good from a Gambit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have the diffuse kits or the grenades to really hold off a classic Gambit play like that. That's his textbook Counter-Strike. Baiting out all the utility, slowly getting the map control, pincering all at the same time, picking apart the CTs, and it's Adren. I said he's going to turn up after I saw some of that form with the pistols earlier. He's got the aim there. He's getting in the zone. 3 brilliant kills from him. He currently sits on 14 kills, 10 deaths. So he's dying a lot, but he's having a lot of impact on the server. They tie things up at 6-6. Virtus.pro had to find something there. They needed to get a kill in their favor to start. Don't think that was the right play, in my opinion. Number 13. A little bit too passive, and here's Adren. These shots. I think the second one was the most impressive.
Absolutely, especially where Neo knew he was there.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Just spinning around on the outside bomb site. Finally kills. It's another eco for Virtus.pro. These Eagles, CZs, and a P250. No, there's no messing around. Let's try to find the first pick. Almost gets it through the smoke. Over the shoulder there of Snacks. So 5-on-5 for now. Bialy with an HE grenade. No damage inflicted as of yet. This is big though. Maximum loss bonus for Virtus.pro next round. But Gambit looking to win the half now. After being 5-0 down, Matt. They really have started to turn up the heat.
Definitely. Player that can turn up the heat. AWP for him this time on the T side, but they've got a slow pace because it's against pistols. Close position, therefore, for Taz at the bottom of the ramp at inner. Not that that suggests any movement in that direction. Going to stack up the B site, however. Call that the beehive, Henry.
The beehive. Okay. I like that.
Thank you. It's named after what beeves do in their, some would say, nest. Has failed, so pistol's not going to amount to much.
Yes, indeed. Well, 5 on 2 now. Bialy, Pasha, upgraded pistols, but I don't think they'll have much to dent here. Trying to find any frags they can. Without armor, though, you can see the aim punch coming to full effect. The Bialy has to hit that first shot. Once he's detected, he's pretty much out of the round. Pasha, P250 now. Well, the old coffee room in T-spawn. Nice little music there once again. We were appreciating that yesterday, I have to say. And he gets a nice kill as well. Hobbit goes down, so if he takes an 8 next round, we did say money wasn't fantastic. Saves that. He's dropping an AWP possible, but it's surely going to be dealt with there. There it is. So Sia takes him down. Still double AWP there for Virtus.pro if they decide to run that setup. But there it is, 7-6 in favour of Gambit now. And a vote comes in to call for a pause. That certainly will go through, and we'll see whether it's the double AWP setup the Virtus.pro wants to go to. I have to say, Neo's been very quiet this game. 3 kills, 9 deaths. The old veteran, unable to really sink his teeth in this CT half. Normally very good, I have to say, on train. Look at Taz as well. 8 kills, 10 deaths, and that's okay. Like we said, he's known as being one of the very best players historically on the inside bomb side of train. Hasn't really lit up the scoreboard just yet.
No,
Pasha buying the AWP.
He's not I think a lot of players realize that if they play a repetitive style, it becomes countered. And he hasn't been playing the same angle that he's normally very good at. He's been very dynamic, which is one thing to look at, but it's not, like you're saying, not working. He's not necessarily getting the kills for it. We've seen him as far back as the spool. We've seen him trying to play the corner contest brown holes, lower ramp, upper ramp, inside the bomb train, outside the bomb train, top of red train. He's played it all. But like you say, he hasn't exactly had the shutdown factor we often speak of.
Yeah, agreed. Wow. Double AWP setup now. Virtus.pro do go with it. This time Snacks. As you said, they're not having the best game. Snacks known to be an amazing AWPer as well. Certainly world class. We'll see what he can do here. As he plays a lot more aggressive than Neo. It's definitely almost polar opposites in terms of aggression. Number 14 will be towards outside. Looking for the first pick. Actively hunting towards main entrance. Masher though towards Ivy finds Dosia. He's by himself as well. No run boost coming in there. Want to take the challenge. Get punished for it. 5 and 4. Last time we've had an advantage for Virtus.pro in a long time. They've lost 5 rounds in a row now after being 5-0 up.
Flash that won't bounce or land. Come on, Mary Poppins. Let's go. Zeus is waiting. Pasha is as well, though. That's the harder one. Pasha hits it. Mo goes down. Zeus that wanted to slip by. Oh, thought he would have had it. Zeus actually got the first shot in. I think he recognized that he'd hit.
Yeah.
And kept firing.
That was a little bit exciting. Pasha had it all lined up. Had to pull that trigger. I think half a second more, he would have got the kill. But still, Adren fighting back. It's so impressive so far. Takes down Neo. He's been having that difficult game so far. Get down to an equal situation once again. 3 on 3. Got to be Zeus fighting back once again. The recovered AWP from Mo. Now the advantage lies in favour of Gambit. After Snacks the outside bomb side, like we said. They adjusted their setup, gave Snacks the AWP. Hasn't found a kill just yet. Taz, of course, towards inside. Safe pair of hands, but it hasn't exactly been electric so far.
Around. Greet Taz. Down he goes. Adren wins again, and he's been pushed off B and then rotates back. He doesn't even have position.
Yeah, Adren is finding the most impactful kills of this half so far. Every single time. A one-man army, it feels like almost. Currently sits at 17 kills, 10 deaths. Very impressive. Another round where Virtus.pro had the advantage. That was a 5 on 3 map. And Pasha wasn't happy with that advantage. Stayed around. Obviously, he had the smoke. It was fine, but still didn't have to go for the risk. Could go full back to a much more defensive line at that stage. Went for the challenge, gave Zeus an AWP. He finds 2 more kills and Adren. He saw exactly what happened there. Taz couldn't find the kill through the smoke. Gets found through it instead. And it's going to be Snacks to try and save the AWP. Of course, still maximum loss bonus, but that's the half one for Gambit on the T side. Certainly a CT side affair here on Train.
It's certainly not been VP's playground either.
No. Well, they won the pistol and controlled the money, right? After that interesting force buy from Gambit in the second round, I thought that was a bit of a weird decision. They go down 5-0. It looks like the plow is on. They're going to have a great half, but since the gun rounds began, Neo's been absent. Taz doesn't look amazing inside. And round number 15, looking for 9-6 is Gambit. Pressure applied down to VP. If you are just joining us, this is the first playoff game. Both these teams on 2-0. I don't think anyone would have predicted this to be the first playoff game. I'll be honest, Gambit and VP are expecting the bigger names to be up there first, but here they are. The final bar for Virtus.pro coming in. UMPs, 2 M4s, and that saved AWP Pasha without any sort of armor to work with him. Final round.
Molotov to corner, Hobbit to wait. Taz is down below, this time has Neo alongside. Dren's the one that gets closest, but Mo is immediately behind. There you go, Dren starts to charge, good find, Taz down again on the entry of Dren. Neo responding, but has to be careful in the fact that Doja has gone up the lane. AK grab for Neo after the second kill. Second kill being the most important of which as he tags Mo, and he still has position inside of the smoke. Zeus will put him down in the end. Mo will watch Z connector. AWP still in position. Zeus has to go because bomb's not planted. It was denied. That's the biggest kill yet. Snacks is going to slip up to watch the bomb as well. And as he gets closer, can't quite hit the shot right away, but does take Zeus down. Mo on the step goes at the exact time the alley peaks. We get a split half at 8-7.
We do indeed, but it's going to be Gambit winning the half down the T side. That's massive for them, considering they're 5-0 down as well. Snacks with a very nice performance after losing 6 rounds in a row towards the latter stages of that half. He steps up. He finishes on 15 kills. Great half from him, but some of the other big names of Virtus.pro not really arriving in the same fashion. Gambit, I have to say, Adren, what an amazing performance on the T side. Maybe given a bit too much freedom towards outside, I have to say. Didn't seem like they were really challenging him that much, giving him so much space to work with. There wasn't that much adaptation with VP. We saw a couple of plays where they went aggressive towards Ivy in the early stage when they had the control of the game, when they had the 4-0, Snacks pushing towards Ivy, finding those 2 kills with flashbangs. I think we needed more rounds like that, especially on those lesser buys where you had no defuse kits, no nades. Let's try and get the pushes in. Let's get those picks once again. Allowing Gambit to have way too much control in terms of their slow-paced gameplay. It seems like they're very comfortable towards the end there, but still, it still begins. We'll have a look at the buy. Very technical from Virtus.pro. 2 smokes, lots of flashbangs, and Molotov as well. HE grenades, decoys, you name it, they've got it. Only 2 players of armor, and we'll go towards inside once again. Presumably saving the Molotov for the post-blind situation. Can indeed Molotov towards connect at the start to do some damage and deny the CT's pushing through whatsoever. But look at this close range play from Dosia. Looking away from his screen, but will be back in time. Eyes off the shop and gets the call that they are on the lower ramp. They have to come in now. No presence anywhere else on the map.
Doja wants to peek it. No flash in, just straight peek. Backs off Pasha. Tries to rush him down. Good shot at Dren. He follows it as well. So, as needs next one in, needs to get a kill. Can't quite find Doja, who ducks underneath the bullets and gets the headshot in return. As Dren will do the same. Bomb gets planted by Snacks, but that's all they get. All 5 stay alive. For Gambit, they'll go 9-7.
Yeah. Great composure, I have to say, from Dosia generally. That lower ramp play, spotting 3 players like that, falling back, nailing the first bullet, buying time for your teammates as well. Adren rotates in with 2 kills. He finds himself at 20 now. And you can see Snacks desperately trying to plant the bomb. He knows he can't win him, trying to inject some money into the coffers of Virtus.pro going forward. So no kills. Pretty much suggests they shouldn't force buy into this round. They'll be forced buy in the third. Get the AKs out, armor as well. And interesting enough, Gambit focusing primarily on SMGs and the Scout. They've got a couple of M4s there to work with. This should be quite an easy round for them. Nothing really purchased by Virtus.pro. Snacks with a P250, 4 Glocks around him. So only $300 for this round number 17 here. Gambit looking in great shape now, I have to say. Likely to be our first team in the playoffs if they continue this form, especially Adren. Loving what he's doing so far.
Loving it, but Adren getting down. Neo, Doja follows. Play a little game on the ladder to Zeus. Play a game to bait in Doja and then go back up himself after Doja goes down, so that works. Little team play, 3 HP, he'll survive. 10-7 for Gambit. But guns immediately bought for the Polish side. The home side. I'm sure the crowd, every Polish fan watching right now, or anyone that's coming to this event, really want them to win this game.
Oh, of course. Just to guarantee them in the stadium, just to get it out of the way. At least we're going to see them on the stage, you know. And here we go. This is a bit of a bonus situation, if you like, for Gambit. They're going to keep the scout up. A couple of, one UMP, I should say. Mo. Great sniper in general. Is the scout enough to find us opening frags here? Considering he's up against just AKs, maybe it could be. Fire comes in with Virtus.pro. A few smokes to work with the AKs. Didn't find many kills, so no Molotovs there. A few smokes deployed outside, but nothing really given away just yet. It looks like some sort of split. We have got the bomb towards inside. Could fall back though. Could be a little fake here. Dosia by himself towards inner. Smokes will be deployed towards the outside bomb side. Neo to potentially send out Snacks and Bialy. Bit of a fake going on here as Taz and Pasha make their way towards the upper ramp.
Top down just as Snacks wants to go and he tries to spray back. Double Molotov, in fact. Not quite stacked, slightly staggered, but takes away positional control. Good shot, Pasha.
Yeah, very good shot. That's worked perfectly. Snacks taking it all the way aggro as well. That pulls Dosia to connect. He's not looking at upper ramp, but Pasha keeps landing shots. 3 in total, all headshots as well. That's going to be the round done. 5 on 2. Lovely tactic, I have to say, from Virtus.pro. Perfectly executed.
Fortunately, he won't get an ace from it. Dren waits to shut him down, but his job done. He can bow out all he likes. He could even do a curtsy. Snacks trying to sneak in to find the 2 remaining CT players. He'll get pinched off. Pinched off and pulled out of the round as Hobbit goes back to sandwich 2 versus 3.
That was really impressive from Virtus.pro. I'll break down that tactic for you slightly as well. So the fact of the matter is we do all those outside smokes. It blocks the vision from the CTs. As we said, a bit of a bonus round for them. Don't have the AWP to work with. They try and push through, try and challenge. Snacks is out there actively fighting them as well. He falls back without a kill, sure, but he's done enough. It's very common for the CT sides to play one player towards inner. All those smokes going outside as well, all that presence shown by Snacks, of course, that's going to be the case. Dosia falls back. He feels like it's the full commitment. VP then come out towards the upper ramp. Find a completely open bomb site. Sure, Dosia is sort of watching it from connector, but he's not watching upper. By the time he realizes this is Pasha, already halfway up, finds a lovely shot as well. And this is what's so key. He has so much time to actually get towards the connector. He's got a shooting gallery almost, hitting all the shots required. Beautiful stuff. And Virtus.pro right back in this after winning the 3rd round. A force buy there with the bomb down in the pistol. All power for Mo though. Still not out of this round just yet. Gambit, UMPs, M4s, and the AWP of Mo looking to answer back straight away.
Just down toward the sandwich position as Snacks throws a nade in toward Hitch. Taz will get to the corner of Brownhalls. Dosia, the only one. He will need to be a god inside of the Beast site. He's already spotted. Backs off. They know he's gone to yellow. Smoke down the lane. Dosia, UMP wants them to get closer. He's waiting for the challenge rather than doing so himself. Patience pays off for VP though because there's not much of a re-entrance point. Pasha able to take out Zeus. Snacks just gets gifted a Dren walking in front of him without knowing. That's going to be done. Virtus.pro. I say that, hang on, because HP on Pasha is low enough.
No kids there.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to back off. They aren't going to have the courage. They think about it as well because Mo was all the way back to Z connector. Dosia was contesting Molotov on the bomb. Will confirm it. Yeah, go down to proceedings at that point, but it is going to be 10-9.
The gamble there from Gambit, allowing VP just to fully walk into the inside side. No kits to work with. They'll save the AWP and the AK sure, but Virtus.pro once again finding an open bomb site, getting that bomb down, and Gambit did find back quite significantly, I have to say. Bringing it down to the 2-on-2, but like we said, no kits available, and the AWP as well. A low HP player just thought, okay, let's just save this weaponry, force around it. They'll take a pause just to work out what's going on. See, that's a second tactical timeout from Gambit. Virtus.pro looking to equal things up here. And the scoreline is 10-9 in favour of Gambit on the CT side. Will they force around this? 2K on each player, an AK and AWP available. They could drop 2 UMPs, try their luck. Or just see if they get upgraded pistols and see if the AWP of Mo can have any sort of impact. He's having a very quiet game. After 20 rounds, he's on 6 kills and 10 deaths. He's a very good AWP, very flashy at times as well. I haven't really seen that yet.
Absolutely true. Yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, Mo had games in the past that were incredible to watch. In fact, at the last major, he had some of the highest impact on his team, I would argue. Exactly had those performances as of late. Smokes to the site. All towards Sandwich. It's almost a tunnel that goes in one direction. There's none across the site that allow them in. It's immediately in the alley between the two trains, which Doji and Adren aren't really sure what that means, and I'm not even sure what it means.
Oh, no.
All it does try and serve to do is push them back toward Ivy and pull the CTs away, but they aren't fooled. Hobbit, good shots to start it. A bunch of factors. He can't close on Bialy, but it puts them in 3 versus 3 after the opening. Neo takes Adren. That'll add to the favor of VP.
Yeah, clumsy round there from Virtus.pro. You can see how it almost fell apart. Great work, I have to say, from Dosia and Hobbit to find those kills with the PT50s. Still keep this a possibility. Grenade though lands on the feet of Zeus there. 3-on-2. Hobbit taken down eventually after finding that first frag. It's Mo with the AWP now on the bomb train. They will fall back towards inner, but the looks of things.
He's key. Mo is absolutely key, and you're right. They could go all the way back through T-spawn and work toward the inner bomb site. Neo at the bottom of Pop Dog will get information, but that actually may serve to send them at outer. Oh, and its timing is everything, because Mo is starting to realize, hang on, there's no way. There's no way they're going back to A. They're going to go to B instead, and he's wrong, because they do go back to A main with bomb.
Yeah, slowly but surely, 20 seconds remaining. Mo still has a chance here, but the utility used towards Connector should deny him any sort of access. Smoke in that position, and I think he'll be heading towards the back strats, trying to do what he can. He still knows he has a chance. The bomb not going down just yet, but it's about to be planted. Bialy can do that safely as well. There it is. That should suggest they saved the weaponry at this point. No kits available. Zeus for armor as well, and low HP. No, it needs to save that all, but it will indeed be 10-10 overall. As Virtus.pro still another round away. It almost fell apart, Matt. That was a very fast approach with little utility towards Ivy. Walking into the crosses almost as they give the pistols a chance there. But Bialy fighting back. Mo trying to save the AWP. CT spawn for now. Looks like it'll be absolutely fine. Zeus, I was going to say, that's a brave challenge to take, but gets himself in a safe position. Shrug his shoulders and says it's okay. Well, as long as he saves his 2 weapons, we should be fine. 3 rounds in a row now for Virtus.pro. Money bonus starting to accumulate. For Gambit with those saved weapons as well. Can easily buy the next round. Could even bring a double orb set if they want to. I very much doubt they will, but we'll see. Virtus.pro back in this game after looking a bit up and down. First 5 rounds went in their favour on the CT half, and then seemed to drop off somewhat, but better stuff from Bialy here after losing the first frag.
(10-10). Deadlock again. Neo and Pasha go toward B. Taz and Bialy will do the same. Look down before they get into the brown halls and just make sure they have control of the situation. Oh, and his AWP this time is still at the outer site playing yellow train toward Ivy. Good nade. Godly nade.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
It's going to hinder them on the way through because Doji takes down exactly those 2 players with an M4. Snacks and Pasha try to do what they can, but Doja, despite just having the 13 HP, fractional. He's still able to pull it back, and Pasha's on 12. Will pursue Pasha. So good on the AK previously, and all of them pull to the left.
It's crazy. One of those bullets out of a whole magazine of the PT50. Straight line as well. I thought he had that. Virtus.pro, though, with the contact play. Very simple approach towards the inside bomb site, hoping to surprise presumably the solo inside players. It's usually Dosia, but you can see him having backup from Adren. What a tag team combo that is. So much damage inflicted by that nade initially, and Dosia to mop them up. Very good job, I have to say. That's great. It's going to be 11-10 in favour of Gambit. Another partial buy for VP. More conservative approach. Tech 9, smokes, flashbangs will be the set piece, presumably. This is one of the classic VP tactics, but as Adren's open things up, he's got the orb this time. Double orb setup working out, and it's doing work.
Dropped immediately. Snacks getting closer on the pistol. Zeus continues to miss shots. Snacks doesn't get him himself. Taz would have done so. Taz picks up the AK-47 on the bomb, both of which are dropped immediately after by Adren's op. Out of the woods by any means. Snacks stuck inside smoke. Used to be very good when he was stuck inside of smokes, but this situation I don't think favors it.
certainly not, especially when his teammates dropped at Ivy as well. Critical round there from Gambit, shutting it down. It was a little partial buy from Virtus.pro. They do have enough to work with as we go into round number 23 here. 6k on Pasha. They do like to roll a double orb setup on the T side occasionally. It's quite interesting. They won't have the option to do that this time, but Pasha presumably brings out the AWP. Try and counter Adren and Mo. Adren currently posting 27 frags after 22 rounds. That's quite godlike, I have to say. After I saw his initial aim, I thought that would be something special. It's certainly delivering. Mo, not so much. 7 kills, 11 deaths. He got one in the previous round. I'd say that tag team orb seems to be quite deadly, but let's see Mo do a bit more damage here. Number 23. Looks like a set piece. Lining up smokes already. Snacks and Viali, which is working out which ones they're going to do. Sets himself up for a smoke as well. This could be a full-on execution off the bat. Bomb by the dumpster. They are biding their time, not fully committing just yet. Just note as well, if you look towards inside Adren and Dosia, they're both on towards that upper platform position. One being the AWP, baiting in Dosia. So he takes one shot, falls back. Dosia, they won't ever check that corner. It's a really intelligent setup there. It's perfectly illustrated right now for you. I hope we get to see that come in. That's quite a cool idea.
We might, because it looks like they're going that direction. Or are they? Pasha has bomb. He's certainly heading through the bathrooms.
So even if Adren doesn't get a kill, that's fine. He's also show presence and fall back, but I'm not sure it'll come in. It looks like the outside execution. Maybe a fake, who knows?
One thing that could cost it is a Molotov, but even then Doji can push forward. Let's look indeed, though, to be the outside execution. Flashes down the ladder. Zeus outside the door. Only one, though. Taz is able to swing back by the E-box and find Hobbit toward the sandwich. Immediately thereafter, the smoke wall still exists. It's enough to get the bomb down. Oh! Or is it? Mo reads it. And bomb did, just barely get planted. I thought it was in the nick of time. They now have to play the retake. They've got the man advantage to do so. As Doji gets to the top of the ladder, he wants to try and push down to find Pasha, who gets pushed back by the flames into him instead. We go 13-10, and Gambit are 3 rounds away from making the playoffs first and foremost out of these 16 teams at the major.
Yeah, who would have thought? Gambit, of all the teams attending here, obviously the world's best we have, but it's Gambit looking likely now. 13-10, that's huge. It has to be another recap from Virtus.pro here. Potentially a partial buy, but Mo, just as I call him out, has 2 huge frags there. Doesn't quite deny the bomb, but it's enough. They have enough manpower to work with there. Didn't get to see that exciting inside setup, but ultimately, it didn't matter. Zeus doing a fantastic job, I have to say, towards the E-box. Dropped the bomb, smoked off as well, bought himself some time, and Taz with a couple of frags there. Wasn't quite enough. This was the frag that won the round, I would say. Takes down Taz, and then and a second as well. Zeus is fired up. He knows what this means. Getting to the playoff for the major is huge. Just in terms of once you get to the playoffs, you become a legend. It means you save yourself so much time next season when it comes to the next major. You don't have to go for the qualifying process. You can focus on bigger events and know your position is secured. So, obviously, every game of the major is huge, but this one especially. I think they're force buying that. With the pause coming in, I have seen Neo buy a Galil an armor. He had 3k exactly. That's all he can buy. We are reloading the server, though, so I think we had a bit of a technical issue.
Interesting.
One of the players voting no to reset. So maybe
if it's a vote to reset due to the buy, that's not on. Round's live.
We're live.
And Snacks is... Okay, something's going to have to happen.
Not,
okay,
good.
Yeah,
okay,
take it back. Yeah, they have to restart it. Again, someone's voting no.
Oh, Taz doesn't look happy about it. They're saying nothing's wrong, potentially. We don't have the chat access, so we can't really see. Something's going on. A bit of an altercation, perhaps. A disagreement. They're still not agreeing for it. So if you're just joining us, this is the 2-0 game between Virtus.pro and Gambit. Virtus.pro kicked off in emphatic fashion with a 5-0 start. We're asking again to back up from the previous round. 9 people have agreed.
One is still not, but they haven't said no this time.
Stubborn bugger on the other side doesn't want to do it.
The issue is they almost have to at this point. It's been forced in the fact that we're at 1:10. 13-10 as the score, but 1:10 left in the round.
The round's still going. I'm so confused.
I'll just be alley walk in and kill them all.
Yeah, he goes, all right, you don't want to play the next, you don't want to reset, we'll take you.
Well, now they want to.
I'm sure that's not going to be the case.
We're not. We're assuming that someone on Gambit's the one that's not pressing yes. It could have been the other way around as well.
Well, the admins are there. We'll be underway momentarily. Gambit in a fantastic position, but it looked like people are going to force buy. That might not be the case. Maybe that was a misbuy. If you hit F1 of 3k, that's exactly the buy you'll get.
Do you know what happened?
What?
15 teams agreed not to use the bug, and 1 said no.
Oh, nice.
That's what it was. So the player that's voting no is actually at the hotel. We'll get that fixed momentarily.
We'll see what we can do. Well, number 24 should be underway momentarily. We'll take the game sounds away just to get his annoying beeps out of your ears. You can have our annoying voices for a second.
It's about as annoying as it gets.
Indeed. That's 13-10 is the current scoreline. It looked like it'd be a force buy from Virtus.pro. Maybe that was the case. They accidentally forced bought. Looks like everyone's on the server in terms of my POV moving around and looking fine. Headsets are on. And Neo did buy a Galil and armor. Maybe that was the mistake and they wanted to restart. Could have hit F1 and lost that. But they've restart and Neo still has the same buy. So he's still committed.
Fake news, by the way.
What's that?
The whole 15-1 thing. Big was literally at the hotel and didn't even get to vote, so that was misinformation.
I wasn't following that. Was that
no, it's just some of the altercations last night.
Yeah, okay.
I was memeing it, but I know some people take the meme to be real,
Exactly.
so I just have to clarify these days.
Definitely good to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Clara,
go on.
Why'd you put these programs on my computer?
Why are you bringing so many memes out?
don't know, Henry. Why not?
Oh. We'll tone it down. We're coming to the closing sectors now. We'll keep the show on the road.
Somewhat civil.
On track.
Ooh, I see what you did. We're on train.
Exactly.
The train tracks. What if we derail?
That's not going to happen. I'm the captain of this ship.
Conductor. And it's not a ship.
Of this train.
If you're the captain of the ship and it's in a train yard, you've already made a mistake.
Well, the unpause comes in. So Neo, he does not force buy. They'll take the partial here. So a little bit of intel for you there. Maybe that was the reason they wanted to restart. Missed buy, perhaps. Who knows? PT50s, Tech 9s, and 5 smokes. This will be a set piece. As I said before in the first half, these can be very deadly indeed. The Tech 9s, lots of run and gun potential there. Pushing through those smokes once they're deployed, bomb down, potentially. And see if that works out for them. Double orb setup this time. They're not live just yet. So we'll work out if we can see what's going on. We're loading the backup once again. Okay then.
Well, I guess we'll do it this time and hopefully be underway now.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. They didn't have a double orb on that reset, and now they've reset it again. Double orb is back out.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. All back to normal. Starting again from now.
Well, I see Tech 9 and P250.
Yes.
I do not see Galil.
It's no Galil. This is going to be a partial buy and a bit of an eco. No armor actually purchased apart from Bialy. And it looks like we're ready to get underway. Everyone's kind of getting fired up, talking again. Hopefully, see this run conclude momentarily. It looks like it's going to be very favourable towards Gambit, considering the Virtus.pro players do not have armor. They're currently at third stage loss bonus. So next round, they get $2,900. It was. I was right.
You were right.
It was a binding problem. So I called it, and it was correct. So if you have $3,000, you press F1, which is auto buy by default. I think you actually have to automatically bind that. I don't think it comes with CSGO. You have to bind it yourself.
Yes.
A lot of players do have it bound. That was what it was in 1.6 in source. You buy that, and it gives you whatever the best is available. So you have 3K, gives you Galil armor. That's what happened to Neo. So that's why I needed to pause. Bit of a kerfuffle for such a small issue, but
and then someone likely didn't have F1 bound to vote yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably what it was, right? That's probably could have been.
Neo's like voting no to himself. Ah, please.
Yeah. That's probably what it was. Oh well. Let's get back into it. Round number 24. Double orb setup. As we can see, the double orb setup is there. And Tech 9's P250's smokes. Not the set piece I was expecting. 3 players towards Ivy. Looking for that opening pick. No Deagles, really. Tech 9 and P250 not amazing at that range. Sees for Taz, and they're locked out by Incendiary for now. Should be a pretty simple round for Gambit, but the Orbs miss one shot at that sort of range. PT50s could smother you. We'll see if that happens. Nice nade.
Nice nade. Yep, Snacks down. For round 14 or Gambit. Very good nade. Snacks goes down to 62 HP. Closer and closer to the entrance. Hobbit's backed off from Cubby. Another good nade. They're all about the nades. No treble. It's Taz, tagged by so many of them, finally dies to Hobbit's hands. And with the ring, Asha gets it back and rings his neck, pushes through. Oh, Dren. This is a shot up close on the AWP. That means he drops it. They'll have to rush over and scoop that back up and keep the double ops in play. 14-10 indeed, though, for Gambit. 2 to go. And guns back out for Virtus.pro.
Couple of kills there for Pasha, but it wasn't quite enough. Double digits for Virtus.pro. 14 for Gambit. On the trail for sure on the T side, but money coming back in their favour. 5 AKs, Molotov smokes. And a few flashbangs to boot as well, but that double orb setup looking quite deadly here for the Gambit side. Mo starting to find some form now, hitting some shots. So we into round number 25. One round will do it. Playoff point for Gambit incoming.
Taz quickly to the stairwell and then drops to wait to see if anyone pushes in a response. Hobbit's boosted. Biawi spam to the inside of the server, but not above where in which they were as he takes down Pasha.
I swear there's a footstep there as well when they jumped up. I think you see Pasha, he was ready for it. He knew they were behind that position, but somehow the smoke eluded him, and he goes down. 5 on 4 now. Towards inside will go. The bomb's there. Brown holds control. Surely. Oh, Neo just gives the kill away for 3 almost. Adren, perfect position to find it. Went for the wide peak, but Adren, by this time, got the 5 on 3. Tough times ahead for Virtus.pro. How do they recover this? They have no real map control apart from Brown Halls. Still with their smokes and Molotov. Snack's alive as well. He has to be the difference maker here. He's had a great game so far. 18 kills. Gonna have to dig a bit deeper here. Round number 25. Towards upper ramp. Who's that? That's going to be Dosia. He's feeling brave. Doesn't work off.
Doesn't exactly work, yeah. You're brave all you like, but you can still be stupid. Not that he's stupid. It's just one for the kids. You know, if you're at home and you want to be brave, you can still make a mistake. The alley takes down Zeus. Taz on 10 HP. He's going to be gone. And Mo on the AWP, who finds Biawi immediately after it's over top of yellow, and Adren will close it out. The double ops win. Map point for Gambit.
A bit dicey there. Dicey's decision to push towards upper wasn't required at all. We saw some of those antics from VP in the first half. He goes down, giving the winner opportunity. They strike. We get one more kill, but the double orb setup, once again, Adren and Mo shut them down. It's going to be playoff point, as we said, but the bomb does go down, and they've got maximum loss bonus. So another buy available, but they will take 5 rounds in a row. Both of these teams are 2-0, so winner goes to the playoffs, loser by no means goes home. They still have plenty of lives left in this tournament. It's just really nice to get it out the way, get a free day tomorrow.
Well, especially when if someone who could drop down plays Astralis.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. And it doesn't mean you get a day of not even playing tomorrow, right? So that's fantastic. Like, how cool is that?
Which amounts to 2 days overall,
you're right,
because Thursday is off day for the reset up in the arena.
Lots of time to practice, watch the games, download information.
Drink some wine. Sorry, download the games.
Download the games, yep, stay down. Don't drink.
Mo at Ivy tagged up down to 48 HP. Will go both directions. They first send Mo back to Z connector, but no information. He rotates back into the A site instead.
Do or die, time for VP. We have some Ivy control here. Damage inflicted. That's what they've really got to work with so far. Running out of smoke. Still have their Molotovs. Have the passion to find this first kill, but it's Mo that beats him to the punch. Adren, this double orb setup cannot be stopped. Smoked out of position. It's up to Passion now to try and do what he can. Looking toward the backtracks. This could be it. Could be done. Nothing to work with, but Pasha trying to find this next kill.
Chef does make one. Swing back for Adren, immediate counter. Neo takes out Zeus, however, it'll give them room as he finds Adren as well. This will pull it back to 2 versus 2. Watch for Taz, just barely getting inside of the site before detected. If Mo had gotten even an inch closer in the AWP, he goes back towards Old Bomb instead. It's up to Doja to find room. M4.
Oh, this timing. Neo is looking away tentatively. Oh, God. Good work out for Dosia, but Neo is ready and waiting. To Mo now. AWP might just save the weapon. That was a 5 on 3. Plenty of money, but he doesn't fancy his chances. And VP somehow hold on there in round number 26. Gambit won't be making the playoffs just yet, but that was as good a chance of any. First 2 kills coming in. And Neo, who's been quiet all game, even with 3 kills in this round, takes total to 11 after 25 rounds. Good lord, that should have been it. Gambit knew it as well. And they've given Virtus.pro some room to work with here. Now it's just going to take 4 rounds in a row. Neo stepping up, the legend of CS. Arguably one of the best of all time. Gambit still plenty of money. They do save the AWP. Mo was still $6,000 after dropping 2 weapons. I think they'll have the double orb setup this time, but we'll see what the final buy is. Scoreline now 15-11 for those listening on the wireless.
Watching in black and white.
Possibly.
Watching on mobile, more accurate these days. Watching on a BlackBerry.
Well, maybe aggression coming in towards Ivy here. 2 players set up. Very similar to what we saw from Neo and Snacks before. Hobbit ready to be flashed in if needed. Mo there with the AWP, but Pasha knows there's a possibility. Watching the corner like a hawk. Doesn't want to give one of those kills away. He's ready for the push, but the flashbang, even though it comes in, he can fall back to the corner. So he's in a safe position for now. Bomber T spawn on the back of Snacks. It's Taz and Neo hunting around horse control, but it's Zeus to get the first pick. He's been so good in this position, but he does go down to 19 HP.
Pasha getting ever closer on the AWP, however, as it's re-smoked. If he found the angle, he's thinking a push instead. If he found the angle, he might have gotten Hobbit retreating, but he's not done so. He's a brave one. We talked about brave and stupidity, Henry. He will back off. He will stay more traditional. Look at that timing. As Doji gets back inside of the site just as Neo looks over top of the boxes at brown corner. Made through. Would have known exactly where it came from, Pasha, based on the bounce and angle. In the B site, though, bombs. Hands of Snacks. It's nowhere near.
Damage. Be careful, Taz. Down to 50 HP. Punished by Dozier. 5-on-3 once again.
Bombs it outer, though. Bombs it outer as they force the rotation. Hobbit has a chance to shut this down, Snacks. He knows that Hobbit's there. He just killed Pasha. Has to get the Molotov in position, therefore, instead. He's waiting to bait Hobbit out. Snacks takes damage from Flames. The Molotov, therefore, puts the nade in position, and Hobbit swings around to close the kill. Gambit, despite the team of Virtus.pro being at home, take pole position into the playoffs. The first team to qualify. I wouldn't have expected it, especially it's been so long since we've really seen an international event from them.
Absolutely. Who would have thought? 3-0 for Gambit after going 5-0 down as well. Great recovery, I have to say. Adren, what a performance as well. And that double AWP setup, Matt, towards the end of the second half, nothing VP could do about it. They were shut down every single time.
Great performance, as always, from Gambit. I have to say always, because when they're at the majors, that is the case. And remember, Virtus.pro, yes, they have improved. Yes, they go 2-0 to start it off, but now in the 2-1 bracket, anything can happen in a Swiss system. So they've got to keep the foot down. They've got to make the playoffs in this event.
Yeah, still not a bad performance from VP. I think some of the big names were missing. Neo especially seemed almost absent in the first half and even in the second half as well. They had a couple of good rounds towards the end of the game, but it wasn't quite enough. Taz, not his usual self towards the inside bomb side as well, gave up a bit too much room there. And especially towards out, it seemed like Adren had way too much room to work with there. Sure, he was hitting some fantastic shots, but he shouldn't be in those positions. It seems like VP weren't really challenging enough at the key choke points.
And Zeus having a little fun with the videographer.
Yeah.
Of Gambit, so you can look forward to watching that down the road.
Absolutely.
I'm impressed. I am. I didn't know what to expect from I guess both these teams coming into the major, because it is Virtus.pro. We know they can arrive at some point in time, but they've got to play tomorrow. They don't get the day off. And if they don't win the first game tomorrow, they're against elimination and play twice in one day, which can be a challenge.
Yeah, just to note as well, that's 2 days off for Gambit. First team to the playoff. That's true from us. We've got one more to go after this, but for now, it's over to Paul in the studio.
Thanks very much, Henry. Yes, we will, of course, go back to Henry and Sadikis for our final match of Big versus SK. Let's break things down, though, in game number 7 today, because we have a celebration, and it's a celebration in the CIS region. Gambit are your first team into the quarterfinals. Didn't think I'd be saying those words on this show today. No disrespect to Gambit, but they were not the favourites. They were not the big team that we thought would come through in 3-0, but they've done it in great fashion after a 5-0 comeback against Virtus.pro. Janko, it's an incredible achievement from this team that we haven't really seen an awful lot of over the last 5-6 months.
Yeah, they're definitely playing like a big team, that's for sure. Yeah, we haven't seen too much from them at the big events, right? We haven't seen them at the ECS finals, they haven't played that. Haven't seen them at Pro League finals, haven't seen them at Cologne, didn't get an invite and didn't want to play the qualifier, focused on the major. So the only thing we saw was DreamHack Summer, right? A bit underwhelming there. Obviously they managed to win Austin a month prior, but yeah, that's the thing with Gambit. That's been throughout this roster. You don't see them that much at big tournaments, but they are definitely putting the work in, constantly improving. You can see it even in this game. VP started off very, very strong, 5-0 up on the CT side. Some great aggression from them, but see how Gambit was able to adjust, win a couple of crucial rounds, and just retake the control of the game.
Gambit, where to start now? Did you think, wow, okay, VP are going to be tough to beat in this game?
Yeah, very cool to see. They had a very distinctive game plan, being aggressive. You saw Snacks and Pasha especially Snacks going really aggressive in alley, then Neo and Taz in her bomb side. And that was kind of the turning point once Gambit managed to keep Virtus.pro's economy kind of tight with in the second and third round in the force buy and the following eco round. And then when it came to that round where Taz and Neo were pushing in her, they managed to trade off well and win that round. And then going further down in the half, you could see just the way Gambit managed to play a really nice, proactive, reactive Counter-Strike, however you want to put it, where Dosha gets a pick in T main. You have people, pretty much the rest of the team is towards the inner bomb side, and they realize at that point that Taz is going to be alone in that bomb side. More likely, you're going to see a rotation coming in. If there's two guys on the inner bomb side, they go higher, they get Taz right away, they push in, and they get that bomb side in control, and that's when the economy after that round was in their favor, and VP started to just try to scrape through rounds.
It's some frustration, obviously, on the faces of some of the Virtus.pro players the longer that game went on, Janko, because it was getting away from them, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in the second half, again, you could see VP have a couple of very good executes, like the outer fake that they did with two players just pushing up a ramp and getting an entry kill there. And they were getting like kills from their default. It would be like a almost slightly awkward 3v3 situation, something like that. And that's where Gambit was actually much better in those like high pressure situations where communication needs to be very much on point. Team play between like the two players or the three players. That's where Gambit did an excellent job of closing out those rounds.
VP was really having much more focus towards top and team main, in my opinion, compared to what they usually do. You know, not as much pressure towards Ivy, maybe expecting that their opponents would be putting more pressure as CT towards Ivy, therefore giving them more control of the front of that yard. But no, they got denied there so many times. And have to be mentioned, Adren. I mean, again, what a heck of a game from that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was that round where Gambit just wanted to fake the outer bomb site, send him out. He gets both kills on the VP players, and the Dosha, I think, was in Ivy, gets an extra one, and the fake just turns into a round win. The rest of the team comes back, and that's obviously very, very helpful for a team. But I feel that in some of those rounds, really, VP, even in the rounds that they were winning, they were a bit sloppy. When they should have had like 4 players left alive, it would be 2 players, and the first gun round they lose, they have to eco immediately because of that sloppiness.
All right, let's have a chat with our MVP for this particular game. There was no doubt in our minds that Adren was the MVP. Joins us from the player area right now. Congrats, Adren. You are the first team to be qualified to the quarterfinals of the PGL Major.
Feels good. Thank you for congratulations. I don't know. I feel great. I'm so excited to play on the arena.
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic for you. I think you're going to get a lot of support in the arena as well. This was obviously a tough match against Virtus.pro. They've bounced back from this supposed slump that they have. They're always a difficult team to play against, though, aren't they?
Yeah, it's always hard to play against Virtus.pro for us, especially because their game style is like hard for us to counter them. So I don't know, especially on train. I don't know, but we prepared a lot to detrain, so we've been like mentally ready for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, it fell down to train in the end, and you were obviously quite happy on that in the end. We were discussing various maps up here on the panel beforehand. Did the Veto go the way you thought it would?
We didn't expect that the Inferno going to be a second map, but we thought a little bit about to pick Inferno, but first we decided to pick train, so we decided to go and fight them on train.
It's a brave decision, but it paid off brilliantly. Natu and Janko are here. I'm sure they've got some questions.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of stole mine. I was thinking about the veto as well. You know, if it was a curveball in their minds, and if they were thinking of possibly going for it. But just the aggressiveness from VP, was it a surprise to you guys to see, especially Snacks and Pasha and Ivy all the time, just being all over you guys?
Yeah, I mean, like it was first 2 days, we planned some strats, but it went wrong.
Did you start leading again?
Yeah. No. I mean, we started leading like every player in our team started to lead when they feel the call. So everything worked, but Zeus called all the time, like on T side, but we just give him some decisions that he can make it. So it was easy.
It helps when you go, fake outer from team main, you get 2 kills, and you win the round right there.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since Zeus joined Gambit, you became kind of the star of the team, almost out of nowhere. You had great games for the team. So, what do you think is the main reason for that? Have you been putting in more hours? Is it the team playing around you a bit more, putting you in a position to succeed?
We became more strong mentality strong, and we just started to play more CS, I don't know, hard working, and we started to play more CS.
Has it helped you, Adren, having had more breaks in between the last major and this major, and maybe you come in feeling a bit fresher?
Yeah, I'm feeling good right now because there was like 2 weeks, as I said before.
Yeah.
That was terrible 2 weeks. I can't.
But that's the secret, Adren.
Yeah,
now. Just play bad for 2 weeks on practices and boot camps, and then play games.
I didn't do even 10 frags. I was happy when I did 11 frags. I don't know what happened here.
I don't believe you for a second. I'm sure you just hit 30s every time you play, but nevertheless, well done.
Actually,
congratulations.
I have one more.
One more from Janko.
I just remembered Neo's interview, and him saying that in practice, he was joking around that you guys are going to get kicked from the practice group because it just seems that you're fooling around in practice. It's just that you guys were actually having issues in practice, or was that maybe trying to scout opponents a little bit?
No. It was like we started to practice. Really serious. But when everything goes wrong, you can't hit your shots, and everything goes like terrible. We start to arguing each other, so it was terrible 2 weeks, as I said, and everything was bad for us in the practice, especially, and we didn't know what we're doing.
Okay, fair enough.
Sounds
crazy.
great.
Yeah, sounds crazy to me. But you are the very first team to qualify for the quarterfinals of the PGL Major Krakow, so well done.
Thank you. I want to say sorry for all the pro players who is talked against us on the practice, so sorry, you guys.
All right, good apology. I'll pass it on if they haven't seen it. Thanks very much, Adren, and we'll see you in the arena.
Thank you.
And well done to Adren and his teammates, Gambit. Unbelievable story. They were playing absolute trash. Not my words, his words to me yesterday in practice for the last 2 weeks. Couldn't hit a barn door, basically, and have come here and destroyed 3 teams in a row, including Virtus.pro, and have become the first team to reach the quarterfinals. It's an incredible story, really, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Not on our radar at all to even reach the top 8, let alone be the first team to do it.
Yeah, but it kind of shows that if you're at least trying to practice properly, even if you're not succeeding in doing so, if the plan is correct, when it actually works, if
something
it works,
is working,
and in this case it was working, it can turn out great for the team.
I know it can also be a matter of focus. So for some players, it's just really hard to find that right zone when you're practicing. So as long as you're practicing the ideas, the execution of them might be a little lackluster in practice. But once you hit the major, everyone's focusing 110%. The end result might be very different.
And I think that Eastern Europeans are notorious for it. You just look at how they perform online in even online leagues, right? You look no further than VP and some of the other teams, Navi as well, not really impressive online as much. You will always see a better performance from them online.
Yeah, we shouldn't forget, actually, they've got a couple of players from Kazakhstan. It's a long way away from Europe. The pings are awful when they play as well, so there's a little bit of that in there. Scoreboard on your screen, obviously, MVP for this one. There is no doubt in our mind who the MVP
ADR
was. 121.4 ADR, 32 for 19, Adren.
Not too shabby.
For a man that couldn't get 10 kills in practice, that's not bad.
Yeah, and 8 of those, as you can see, 8 of those opening kills, as you can see, so a lot of impact for Adren across the board. I just love it when players say, when you ask them, well, you're playing so much better. Yeah. What's the reason? I just play more CS. Well,
who knew?
Thanks for that.
Who knew? It's that simple.
Just put in more hours. That seems to be the key.
Then when you do that, then you just find that zone and everything just goes as like a flow. It's beautiful.
One final thought for you. Virtus.pro now fall into the 2-1 bracket, which is good still because they've still got 2 chances to get through the quarters. But they're now in with G2, Immortals, North, and Astralis.
Yeah, you're looking at that bracket.
And the loser of Big and SK, by the way, just to make it a bit harder.
You're looking at that brackets and you're thinking maybe this was their best chance to actually make the playoffs, right? You can get some very, very difficult opponents in the next bracket, but again, VP is a team that's here to win the whole tournament despite their form in the previous months, so you would expect...
Got to beat everyone anyway.
They have to beat one of those teams in best of ones and even more difficult opponents in best of threes.
And I feel like any team that has to face them in the next round, I feel will kind of unconsciously feel kind of jitters because they are weak at a major.
The good thing about VP is they didn't beat themselves in this game. Yes, they made slight mistakes. Sure. Yes, it could have been a bit more disciplined, but it was nothing major. They were just outplayed by Gambit in this game and nothing to regret.
Okay. We're going to move on. Our next match is just around the corner. It's a huge one, a humongous one, a large one. It's Big versus SK.
Coming up next, Big versus SK Gaming.
Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2, make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO, guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quest for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Grab your gear and let's go.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Oh, crap.
Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.
I capture the pawn at E5. You lose your queen. Check. I think like a 40-year-old and...
Staszek, you could help in the kitchen instead of playing with that gizmo all the time.
She just won't let me play in peace. TP-Link connects with passion.
Agent Lorraine Broughton, an expert in intelligence collection and hand-to-hand combat. We have a mission for you. Find out who's hunting down our operatives.
Shall we begin?
David Percival is your contact.
Let me help you with your bags. For God's sake.
Remember, trust no one.
Someone tried to set me up. Well, then you knew that, didn't you? MI6, CIA, everyone's involved. I'm impressed. You've got some balls breaking in here.
You should see my balls, then you'd be really impressed.
I'll take your word for it.
Ready for action. Ready for action. But there's nowhere to go, and there's no way to slow. If I knew what I knew in the past, I would have been like that on your ass.
Oh my God, I think I love you.
That's too bad.
They have no idea these are close.
They're looking for more. That's a third one coming in. Looking for the quad kill and nearly gets it.
Stewie, yes, there's one headshot and there's another.
Getting two big headshots, looking for more. Oh my god!
And he's gonna go on Team JR, the round of the weekend.
Welcome back to the PGL Major Krakow 2017. Our third day is coming to an end, and it's coming to an end with a big bang in many ways than one. It's Cold Zero versus Big. Hold on. It's SK Gaming versus Big in our final matchup. I jest, of course. They're a great team. They've got great players. But Cold Zero has been absolutely on fire these last two games. He's averaged 35 kills. Averaged 35 kills, because that's what he's got in both maps so far. So, presumably, gents, there needs to be some shutdown happening in here, regardless of the map.
Must be nice to have him on the team.
Just avoid Inferno at this point. Let's
just
see.
Don't play it. Don't let him anywhere near
Let's see if Cold Zero can play another map. This is easy. Anyone can learn one map and get 35 kills. But
all right. Well, let's focus on Big for starters, because it has been a terrific tournament for them. I know there's been some controversy, and we've discussed it at length. I'm not going to go into that right now.
No
because
need to.
The point is, they've still played some exceptionally good Counter-Strike.
I think controversy aside, it's obvious that their T sides have been looking amazing, and the amount of preparation they did and the work they put into that without the whole jumping thing, like the way they take map control, the way once they take map control, how do they utilize it, how do they put pressure on their opponents, the changes of pace as well. A very, very well prepared and a very strong team all around.
Yeah, just being a great fan of the fact that they can really change the pace, as Janko mentioned there. Yeah, we see them, Inferno obviously being the map, we've seen them playing this tournament. First go for a slow grind towards Banana, and then in the right round, they'll go for mid control straight away, go to the left, up in middle, to long way, and surprise their opponents off guard. And just the way they all the details they do right now, similar to SK. I think SK is obviously on a different level, but still I think Big has been able to kind of get all the details all together so well that it looks like a well-oiled machine.
And also, I mean, the guy on your screen, Legia, the molly he uses for balcony and car, that shows you the new things that they've find out as well, and that they implement in their tactics.
Yeah, must be a joy for you guys as analysts to be able to watch teams like this when it's very strategical like that.
It is the favorite type of team to watch, because you can see all the thought put into it, how the game plan is clear, how with every round that works you are basically prompting a reaction from the enemy team for the next gun round, but you're already one step ahead. You know what you want to do, you can see the big picture, and when it works out it looks amazing.
Yeah, one issue for them has been that they've been a little timid at some points. You're kind of wasting a little bit too much time on the build-up process. Then they've giving them very little time for the actual, execute to the bombs that hit and getting the bomb down, so that if the bomb carrier dies, they can be in a situation when their run time's out. But I don't feel they should be feeling any pressure at this point in time. They've exceeded their expectations in terms of how they've played. Now they're going against SK as a massive underdog, obviously, so they can go just enjoy the game, do their thing and see how do they fit fair, since both teams do have a very, very nice tactical approach to the game, how do they fare against the real big dog?
Okay, let's take a look at SK Gaming. Obviously, they've had flawless games so far. They talked about burnout coming as this, or Fallen did anyway, Yanko, and actually hasn't made any difference to them whatsoever. If anything, it's helping them.
If anything, they've been burning everyone else, especially Cold Zero, right? Yeah, obviously a great team. They've been looking the most dominant so far in the tournament. Really does seem like with every passing tournament they've attended here in Europe, they've improved more and more, looking better on some of the maps that you were maybe questioning their prowess on beforehand, which is obviously going to be very, very important when it comes to the playoffs and those best of threes. But yeah, it's the million-dollar question right now is how do you beat SK Gaming?
Yeah, I'm speechless a lot of the time, to be honest with you. I don't give standing ovations a lot of the time to small little plays in Counter-Strike, but this team has had me do that quite a few times recently. Just the way they, first of all, let's talk about retakes, for example, how they utilize that extra 10 seconds into it. Really just gathering up, having every single inch of the bomb site thought out, and you can just see how well they can play off each other, make sure if one player is holding a certain angle, they'll have a teammate that knows what to do next, and then they'll flash for each other every single time. You'll see even like a 2-on-3 or 2-on-2 situation before the bombing wings gets planted. They'll utilize all the utility they always have to peek corners. They'll jiggle peek, 3 times, making like 1-on-3s impossible. I remember in Cologne, for example, they played against FaZe and Alu was in quad. You saw a guy come from car. He just jiggle peek 3 times, and the other guys would be pinching in from another part of the map to make it impossible. So it's just like they do everything flawless, I guess is my point here.
I think SK doesn't really communicate. I feel like they are, an advanced race, like the Protoss. They just have the Kala, and they know like what everyone I have never seen a team besides maybe Fnatic in their heyday that's so much on the same page when it comes to those little things that Nato was talking about.
A little nod to NIP in the early days as well, because they didn't say anything for round after round sometimes, and they just seem to know what they're doing. Anyway, vetoes are in, and it's big they're going to ban first. They're going to get rid of Mirage and Overpass. We were discussing this a little bit off air, weren't we?
Yeah.
What are they going to do here?
This is where both teams don't play nuke, and Big actually had to gamble and let SK veto nuke here. And the question is whether these teams will play anything besides Inferno. The answer is not.
No.
Both of these teams have played.
So let me just clear this up for everyone watching at home. Regardless of who wins, the team will have gone through to the quarterfinals playing one map.
Yeah. Which is pretty shocking, and to see it play out like that.
It's kind of okay though, because they've both been on fire this tournament.
Listen, how do you even go
Inferno?
on
Fire? No.
Like you can always study.
I'm here all week.
You can study your opponent, right? But like you watch that Astralis game, for example, from SK. You're like, well, let's neutralize the goals there, and we're good here, boys.
Yeah, but how would you do that?
Yeah,
That's
you
the problem. But if anyone can I just throw this in the mix? God B can find a way, can't he? Or can not even God B find a way?
I'm not 100% convinced because, Cold Zero enjoys this map very, very much. I think at this point you can't expect from him to have 30 kills on Inferno. But on the other side of things, what happens if he doesn't get that type of a performance? Game against Penta, the first one, he kind of bailed out SK there, those 2 consecutive rounds towards the end of the game 4K. Then against Astralis, I mean, you're not going to have a 13-2 T-side half. Not against Astralis, against any team probably again. So if he is not on fire to close out those rounds and to really deliver for his team, if they have to work more for it, who is going to be the next player that's going to step up, and can they do it as a team? And
positives, on the big side, I think first of all we said how the good and stylistically diverse they can be on their T side, but also on the CT side, they found manners how to take off map from the Ts. They can push down banana a lot. You saw them even be really reckless on just pushing down middle. Having a good old VP strat in that sense. So they have a lot of different ways, trying to make you think things. And we talked about on the T side how they like to plant seeds in your head too. They'll have certain manners of playing slowly, but then they'll pick up their pace.
Trying to mess with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's the cool thing about Biggins. That's something to really look out for when you're watching a game.
Thanks very much, gents. We're going to leave it there at the panel. We'll get more, of course, from both of our panel members at the end of this game, regardless of who wins this one. I wonder, as we head over to our commentary team for this final game of the day, if he gets 35 frags again, do they just rename the map D Cold Zero? Let's find out how we get on with Big versus SK.
If Inferno were to be named Cold Zero, it would be like hell freezing over. But he has been exceptional in this event, I have to say.
Yeah.
So too have Big. I had them, I'm not going to lie, as a dark horse. I had them as a team playing so structured they could catch teams off. I did not expect them to be in a position to potentially go 3-0.
Potentially as well. So if you look at their kind of rivals, I guess, in the form of Penta, they've already played SK. They almost beat them, right? They went 10-0 down and still almost came back. SK did not look comfortable on this map, especially on the T side. We noticed it when we were casting it in the earlier stages. Their T-side executions, which we've known them to be so amazing on historically on this map, the B-side, Molotovs, all the smokes, that's always so pitch perfect, didn't really seem to be arriving there. They're relying heavily on that man who's screen right there, Cold Zera. 35 kills in both games, both on Inferno. Could it be a third showing? Who knows? But obviously, the heavy favourites, the number one team in the world right now, SK Gaming, up against Big. A bit of a wild card of the tournament. Who would have thought they'd be 2-0 map?
Controversy aside, they have played very well.
We should address it, I guess. We don't want to undermine their viewers. Everyone knows what's happened so far. There has been a crouch bug or a jump bug, whatever you want to call it, that's used primarily on Inferno, normally towards the broken wall position. And there is a gentleman's agreement as of now. It's not an official rule, but the players have agreed they weren't using it. And to be fair, Tabson has been using it a lot towards that B position where you can jump up and look over players, get flashed in. And sure, it's part of the game. It's obviously frowned upon, but it's not cheating, as I said. It's not against the tournament rules.
And the other one was next that was behind. I can't remember which side it was, but behind the hay bales in pit. They're not the only team that have been using it. They're not the only team I've seen potentially using it since the agreement was made. In fact, Big hasn't played since the agreement was made. And yes, they were part of that. Don't be misled. They absolutely agreed to do it. So all 16 teams have the gentleman's agreement. Now, I did talk to Nothing a little bit about that, just briefly, sort of. This isn't an official statement from him, but just he kind of said it is hard to monitor it, and it's easy to do by accident. So it's if it's being repetitively abused that it'll become an issue.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Obviously, nothing can really happen in a gentleman's agreement. It's just something they've agreed to do. You know, like there'll be no punishment either way. They could use it as many times as they want and be very cheeky with that, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Both these teams, obviously, especially the likes of Godby and Fallen, Legends will be very disappointed in their boys if they go against that, I think. So I'm sure this will be a nice, clean game, and it should be quite a good one as well. Big have proven themselves to be tactical masterminds. Look out for that that B execution as well. We love that. That's those smokes in front of the B bomb side itself, splitting through CT spawn, going through ruins. Very stifling for the CTs to manage it. Not many teams that can hold that one off. And I'm sure they win the pistol, get rolling. You'll see that on the first gun round. That's when they usually get rolling. And Big are one of those great teams as well. As soon as they get good money control, they have like a 4-0. They're very good at changing the pace of the game as well, getting straight up middle after they've shown a set piece. So the likes of Tabson, he's, I would say, world class at this point. He's going to be amazing property to look after in CSGO. Like, a lot of teams will be interested in what he can bring to a team, I think. He can speak English, one of the highest brackets we have in Europe right now in terms of raw aim. He's amazing. He's loving this German organization. It's a new project, been around since January. And what a project it's been. 6 months in the making. They've made it to their first major, mainly thanks to the Mario screen. What a player he's been, absolutely. We obviously got some big names in there as well, like Godby and Nex. Nex, obviously, from former Mouse Sports tenure. Very skilled player back then. Not so much anymore, but this tournament has been decent for him, I have to say. He seems to be getting better as the months roll by. And we'll see if we can go toe-to-toe with the likes of Cold Zera, Phelps, Fur, Gordon, pretty much all of them. But SK, certainly not in perfect form, and I have to say. Like, the fact that Cold Zera are just about getting past teams like Penta with a 35 bomb from Cold, it does send a message out that they can be beaten after having a 10-0 lead as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after having a 10-0 lead, and we've mentioned it both in that game and now, but the lackluster placement of utility. Those Molotovs were invented essentially by SK, and yet they still flubbed them. I don't really like that word, but they flubbed them.
Okay, I like that. I've never heard that word.
I knew you'd like it.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Remember the movie Flubber?
Rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Oh, don't do that. Now you've made me sad.
Yeah. Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We're back into it. SK Gaming versus Big, the final game this evening. Just to reiterate as well, the winner of this game goes to the playoff. Loser does not go home. They will be indeed playing tomorrow. Winner gets a couple of days off. It's quite nice. Must be nice. And we'll get into it. Pistol buys come in. Glocks, 2 smokes, 3 smokes. Molotovs as well. This will be very technical from Big. They're known as a strategic team. See what they bring to the table here. Maybe real aggression from the CT side. Quite passive, in fact, as well. Let's see what they bring.
So far, they'll bring some speed to at least the apartments at the top of alt mid, but they won't go much beyond it. Next looks back down to consider the fact that anyone could be pushing from Banana.
Fallen's actually got towards that logs position as well. Bigger could be aware they've got no control of that whatsoever. They probably have to commit quite soon. I would say a smoke towards Arch side, maybe Library as well in front of the pit. Molotov towards a broken wall potentially. We'll see if that comes in. They'll just be making their way to the bomb site. I love this so far from Big. It's up to coldzera to defend.
Hold high ground. Good shot on the first one. Can't get the head on the second one, though. And all of a sudden it turns. Legia Kiev, Gabi, and Legia again falling down on the rotation. Big up 1-0.
Really nice stuff there. Perfect execution from Big. You see how quick those kills coming as well? The top right, this couldn't keep up with the amount of frags coming in there from the Big side. 4 in total. And then the final kill coming in from Legia. And it's Fallen. They're in a great position as well. They had 4 players on the A side there, Matt. They were ready for that play. Couldn't find the shots. coldzera gets 1 kill. That's it. 1-0. Favour of the underdogs. SK Gaming will be force buying in the second round here. We have scouts available, CZs, 3 of those, and coldzera. He's a menace to the Desert Eagle on Inferno, so watch out for him. This round certainly won't be easy for Big. Looking for the 3-0. It's Fallen though. We'll be trying to stop them. First shot doesn't land, but that's what a player T steps.
Shot from Tabson to take out Fallen. Scout doesn't amount to anything. Cold could potentially pick it up. He's hesitant to do so for obvious reason. Molotov gets inside of the hallway at the apartments, but it's over toward B, by which the bomb is approaching. It's Fur inside of the site alone. Good look at it as Fur's behind the statue, or the fountain, I suppose, to be more specific. Smoke. CT as well. Flash hits Fur. They'll be able to see his kneecap sticking out from underneath, and they'll need a few knee replacements for the next round. Fur next takes down Fur. It's Kiev to look towards CT. Mac 10. Getting aggressive for the retake this time because the scout's been grabbed by coldzera. There's head armor for Phelps and a CZ75.
Clean round from Big, I have to say, Matt. Now a single rifle to work with there as well. 4 UMPs and a Mac 10. They find both kills required towards the B side of the site. Fur and Fallen knew nothing about it. We have to save the upgraded weaponry here for the SK side. CZs, a scout as well. Phelps with head armor. Won't have a chance here as he gets taken down by Tabson. It seems like he's getting in the zone here. A few kills with him. He's on 3 and 1 so far. One of the players you don't want to allow to get into his zone. Can be very, very deadly. Attacker and coldzera. All save the Deagle, Scout and CZ. So this coldzera can either drop the Scout to Fallen, which would make sense at this point. I'm sure he'll do that. Throws that over. Keeps the Deagle for himself. And has to be a Felica here. Big, going to get that. 3-0 start on the T side. It's really promising stuff for them to kick things off. Let's get into it, shall we?
If you insist.
I'll give it a go. Fallen. Scout, presumably going to pick towards top of middle once again. Actually going towards B, in fact. 3 players there. They always have a chance to win these rounds. All it takes is that Scout shot to come in, the Eagle shot from coldzera. The round can be turned around.
Scout at the ready, nade in. It's to significant detriment. SK have to fall and scatter. They couldn't land the Scout shot from Fallen either. Bomb waits inside of Banana. Big is a little quick to take over the map control in Banana this time. Again, against pistols and just the 1 scout. Playing a much slower style than what we've seen. And it is Flipside and Big that have been the 2 execute-heavy teams.
Yeah, absolutely. For now, methodical stuff. Doing that initial damage towards Banana. Good nades at the corner. Sends Fallen and Phelps packing. Fur takes the brunt of it as well. Now just walk up, contact play, using the buddy system. Anyone that goes down needs to be a refrag available. Looks perfect so far. coldzera, he's got the Deagle and Graveyard though. We'll keep our eyes on him for now and see if he can do anything about this. There it is, finds the first shot, looking for more.
He's still in Graveyard, he's limited. He cannot get out of this position. They have to take the fight against him. He's got good damage and the Flames will take down next. Get your 1s and your Gs. As Fallen comes out from Library, Scout in hand, jumps up, spots a player retreating inside of the doorway and realizes it's too late to hit the shot.
Should be the round concluded, but still within a chance for SK. They'll boost up at the smoke, looking towards the apartments. I don't think they'll get a kill here. And without the kids as well. A little bit hairy there. coldzera hitting a nice shot, but here we go. The final commitment. Might get 1 more kill, but Legia says no. Double frag for him and taps to finish things off. 3-0 for Big. It's been achieved. A little bit dicey towards the end, but they're happy with that. 3 UMPs. This is definitely a bonus round. And going forward as well, we might not have head armor on one of the players. Okay, they do manage to get 4 sets. Fallen glass cannon, though, so these UMPs can be very effective. This is when you do a fast tactics, when you go for the full execution. Maybe that wall of smokes towards the B side. That would be great. That would be perfect right now. Even a fast rush up towards middle and try and shut down Fallen, who without armor can be very vulnerable. I'm interested to see what Gobby strategizes here. And Richard Taylor try and make these UMPs their most effective.
Glass cannon certainly could help the SMGs if Fallen doesn't find the opening shots. He's also playing in an area which has been naded multiple times.
Absolutely. And he got naded in the previous round there, so he needs to be very careful. Not going towards the T-step space, but nothing too fast just yet. I was expecting Big Diff to throw a spanner in the works and try and set the tone for the game and make SK feel uncomfortable. Pretonia very passively keeping the underpass, watching Banana.
They're going to leave the glass cannon alone as well from Fallen. He's dropped back off the wall, but Fur's going to rotate.
Once he's established, that's okay. He's vulnerable when he's on that corner, like you said, to grenades. And now they can send 4 players towards the A side of the map. Fallen, his objective, 1 kill, fall back, hold a different line.
Smoke set Gobby at bench, which I think lands front library on the one that he was looking at lining up before he... So he set himself in position and pulled out the gun to see if they're going to peek, but before he pulled out the gun again. I guess he'll give up on it. It looked originally as if it was going to go that position, but they've thought better of the idea. Smoke in front of pit. Smoke over to his left at arch as well. He's now dissolved to allow Keeve a better angle toward the arch. AK-47 has to pursue, and Fur will take down 1 and 2. Phelps actually gets the second, but no matter, because he's down to next just after. He doubles up. It's cold inside of the site instead, though. That's made the difference for SK. Low HP for the wraparound on next 12, in fact, and he has the bomb. He's dropped by Taco. It's also Lagia and traded immediately.
Nice job there, considering the situation. 3 UMPs and a couple of AKs to bring it down to a 2 versus 1. Lagia gets that final consolation frag, but not really much he could do to get the bomb down, but still plenty of money. Bucket loads for Big here. They keep the CTs modest. Win this round, that's a really harsh reset, and you can see SK not looking comfortable. UMP for Cold Zera, Phelps down to a Famus, all back out for Fallen. He's got the body armor, of course, but still, SK not looking dominant just yet. Down to round number 5. Key for the AWP himself as well, so huge investment for him. Those have Fallen. Will be towards middle, Banana as well. This time, he will indeed going aggressive here, looking for that initial shot. Flashbang's good though. That's the full backslide, but still wants to fight.
Falling back all the way inside of the site. Fur does the same, and in fact, I think that back Fallen's not going to go inside of the site. Immediately, he rotates around Ruins to get Coffin instead. Meanwhile, smoke at the end of the apartments and a smoke in front of Gobby. Bomb thrown back to him as well. 58, and they're still in the mids. Same smoke they threw last time to isolate toward the pit, which, by the way, that smoke placement would actually block off anyone trying to use the bug, which hopefully no one will, as we talked about already. Taco, though, Graveyard, same position, cold played on the Deagle, and he waits this time, but unfortunately the Molotov lands and spews into exactly where he is. Gobby's able to trade cold. Bombs picked up, gathered, and planted toward default as Gobby goes back inside of the pit. Fur's already on site, but Fallen is a long way away.
Yeah, and he's got the AWP as well. Someone has to wait for him to try and get that opening pick. It's a 3-on-2 situation. I think they might be saving.
Yeah.
They're out. They know the gravity of the situation there. They lose this round, it's a full reset. They need weaponry going forward here. The AWP might be able to carry them for a round, but Big, once again, slow and methodical. Get that mid control. Decent execution. Players coming for the apartments, Arch and Quad. The smokes are good. The Molotov's perfect. It takes Cold Zero down at Graveyard. They seem to have a read on the setup from SK Gaming. They've adjusted those Molotovs to actually shut down certain positions. I haven't seen that from Big yet. The Molotov at Graveyard. So that's obviously something they've worked on, and it works perfectly there. 3 players surviving. Harsh reset for SK now. And it looks like we do have a game on our hands. I was expecting SK to run away with this one, but it's looking very promising from the Big side, I have to say. Fur finds 1 more kill on the Formula Gear. That's all we'll get. They will save the 2 weapons and can force around it. That could be their unraveling. This is a force by Intuit. And we'll see whether that limits him for the rest of the half. So UMPs, Famuses, and that AWP. I think Fallen Probably wants to go towards middle here, wants to challenge, but Keeve's going to be aware. The AWP saved. He'll be holding very defensively, just holding tight angles and hoping Fallen Wilson to just cross out. He goes towards Banana, in fact, Fallen. And trying to do what they can. Keeve, like I said, holding that tight angle at T-steps. Molotov to the top of Banana to deny Fallen any sort of aggressive play. And we'll smoke down the water's bottom, and this is the classic Fallen boost we've started calling it. Right in the corner, seeing any players crossing over to the logs. Oof, taps in. You know he's going to hit that shot. Package with the knife as well.
He's got the wrong... Yep, certainly does. Taps it in. You never want to give him an inch. Takes certainly way more than a mile. Yeah. Into the site, though, gets very sloppy, and it's all gone blue. In your top right, the obituary says SK has something to celebrate. 2-man advantage. Next, found immediately after. Tapson's the last alive, despite being the one to open it. That could have gone so much better.
Yeah, the gear, he had to hit that shot. Relatively easy, lost control of the spray. As Tapson had found that opening shot, they seemed to be a bit carried away at that point. Made the commitment. Could have gone perfectly for them, but that second frag, once that got shut down, Tapson wasn't looking in the right direction. They're still laughing though. Godby's happy. They still have the lead, 4-2. And it's going to be the double AWP setup. Must be one of the strongest setups you can have on the CT side. It can be countered quite easily, but for now, Fallen and Cold Zero. SK flirted the idea of having Taco as a secondary AWP for a while, but seems like Cold Zero seems to be back in that role full-time once again. Round number 7, 4-2 for Big. They have to take an eco here. Deagles, PT-50s, and some Tech 9s as well. Head armor for Keeve and Tapson.
Cold's looking to peek down mid. Don't see anything. Backs away. Apartments again for Big, and you could bet your bottom dollar they would have spent time last night reviewing SK. Trying to predict what has been somewhat of a curveball in the fact that the vetoes are very different, and some teams haven't exactly gotten maps that they would have wanted or expected. Don't know exactly how SK play. Shots Taco. Phelps is in the crossfire with him. Next to Keeve, though, do get it back. So pistols actually do decent because there's guns grabbed for it. Tapson's got an AK picked up, but it is Cold Zero going back to Graveyard again that finds the next kill. They'll know he's there, and he's going to relocate inside of the sights. Still spotted by Tapson, but good headshot on the USP, and he closes it out. Good movement from Cold.
Pretty comfortable around there from SK, giving a couple of frags away, but that was only came for that for Big. Coach, the notepad out. Waiting for the pause to chime in. Available.
He's been writing it down every round. I don't know if it's trends based on position or something that he's seen from his own team.
It'll be money, just tracking, watching out where they are, what kind of kills they're getting, kill rewards, and working out when he can call with their eco, what kind of buy they have, with double AWPs are viable for them. That's what I'd be doing as a coach. I've always thought that's going to be an important part of the game, just keeping track of that stuff. Just so your in-game leader doesn't have to think about it.
Good shot, Cold Zero again to take down Tapson, so the double op in Cold's hands is certainly effective. They set it on the desk. Paul said it. 35 kills he had last time on this map. If he gets another 35, what a major he's having as well. I think his rating was 2.0 or so coming into this.
70 frags on 2 maps. That's not bad at all.
Sign my mouse pad, Cold.
I'll see what I can do. I know him quite well.
Do ya?
Yeah.
I'll introduce you one day.
Yeah.
Be an honor. Cold will wait at the door. They go out. Flash works for Cold, but not for Phelps. Finds 2. Cold steps back out with his vision restored. And his aim well intact to find next. Immediately after that, the gear will fall. Pretty straightforward. 4-4. SK back into it. So Big impressed you early, but SK still hanging in as you'd expect them to do at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely. Bouncing back from what could have been a very dire situation. Now 4-4. Going 3-0 down. SK Gaming looking much better. Now we have the timeout, like we said. A chance for the coach to chime in and to give his information. They are limited in terms of money. So Godby delivering the inspirational speech right now. Working out what the next game plan is. So let's discuss it. They won't really be buying into this round. In terms of loss bonus, they'll have 4th stage after this round, after this one. So $2,100. So you can't really invest too much money into this round. It's number 9. But is joining us. This is another playoff game. Whoever wins this game will go 3-0 and actually find himself a day off tomorrow and Thursday. And find himself the second team joining Gambit to make the playoffs.
Picture that for Big.
Amazing.
So what a story as well, because the minor, they reverse swept from the lower bracket in the playoffs to win the minor itself. They then went to the qualifier, lost a map, but went through, I think, 3-1 overall.
Exactly.
They played in Cologne, believe this or not, in a show match, as it was referred to, the Meisterschaft Championship. Oh, Cold Zero down middle, nearly gets one more with the pistol. And they weren't allowed to do walk-ins because they had to earn it. And I remember saying to myself, well, Big's better lately than some of the teams here, so maybe they will earn it soon, while they are earning their wear and worth right now at the major. 4-4 against SK early on. Money in the favor this time, though, with the Brazilians, and they're going to fall back after damaging Kiev, but not getting a kill. Try and hold the sights with crossfires and the advantage of weapons.
Ooh, shot there from Cold Zero. Can't find the kill there. It's going to be Taka and Phelps doing work with the AK. Spray down through the smoke. They're going to finish things off. Lots of damage inflicted. 5-4 now for SK. They take the lead. Pretty comfortable round overall, all things considered. Oh, it's just PT-50s and some Deagles out. Big now with another buy available. No Kiev AWP, but it hasn't exactly had massive impact. He's on 3 for 7. Looking at some of the other big names, of course, Tabson, as he usually is, at the top of the scoreboard. Very, very talented and consistent player, I have to say. There's Taco jumping out from the apartments. As we enter round number 10. 5-4 in favour of SK. Double up set up once again. Fallen and Cold Zero. Makes sense. 3 players towards B at the very start. Opportunity to set Fallen up at the car position. They can fall back. Or they could challenge at the very start as well. Grenades being thrown, as long as the smokes as well. Molotov to lock in the terrorists if anyone does get caught out of position.
Goes into banana, but no one can be pushing up. Fallen still not sure exactly where he wants to position himself on the AWP. Nade out from Logs, knows a player's there, therefore, but can't get the shot. Gotta be careful. Fur and Phelps both took that nade directly in the face, both on 52 HP. And with that nade damage going in, it might be the first time in a while we've seen Big go toward B, falling through the wall. Wouldn't have been surprised if he'd hit with 2 players jumping behind it.
Yeah, lucky not to get any damage there.
Corner boost, new box for Fur in an emo position. Third player, Cold, has rotated, or rather, excuse me, I think it was Phelps, rotated back over toward A. So Fur's going to have to do damage.
Just to note as well, that's Fallen's first kill.
Wow, that's shocking.
I didn't even notice that. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, normally we pick on it. I guess it's also partly in fact that so much action's been on A.
Yeah.
Smoke wall. This will be the wrap through ruins. Big did this yesterday. They did it though. Yeah, they missed the smoke. They missed the smoke. The smoke's on top of the roof, so they have to stop to make sure no one's going to arrive towards CT, because typically they go deep smoke, quicker wrap. They still get there due to the timing of the rotation, but that could have been very costly. Copy will identify that. Fallen will identify at least a kill. Nearly gets a second. His next immediately gets Fur after Lagia all the way inside of ruins. Good shot. Tabson as he snaps around.
Yeah, this tactic seems to work every single time. No one can actually hold it off, it seems. Even with a missed smoke, like you said, they find the timings, get through ruins, and the AWP at that close range. Fallen, that's his bread and butter. Gets 2 kills in the round, but that's all he gets. He's now 2-4. So the first round he frags doesn't equate to a round victory, unfortunately. Big tie things up, 5-5. That tactic, we've got to see it from more teams, surely. It seems to be so good. We don't see it from anyone else but Big. It seems to be so versatile, and you can just smother the CT to presumably blocks like first oranges, new boxes, or coffins. Nothing they can really do, and the flashbangs come over as well. It's so well coordinated.
It could definitely be adapted to be a reverse wrap through to CT.
Yeah, right.
Worst case
that could be
scenario
really,
as well.
Because we have the B split right now. That we've got a banana split. We go towards middle, arch. You go through CT spawn. You could definitely do that the other way around. Get all the pressure, all the rotations, catch CT's their knife out, rotating towards B. Right. That could be quite an awesome idea. I like that. Definitely more to be done with Inferno, I think. We'll see. 5-5. Money not in the bin just yet for SK. Double op setup still rolling strong. Fur and Fallen, they're low money. The other 3 players after reinvestment have about 2k each. Big. Back in the AWP themselves. That's for Kiev. There was a chance there.
Needs to go on the right. Both top mid and all the way over toward Atrium. Tabson goes quick. Cold Zero's quicker. Gets a second as well as the bomb will go down and follows it up. They're all lining up. Cold Zero with an ace. A beautiful one as well. And he's elated for good reason.
My God. He does seem to be the king of Inferno generally, not in the Pacific area. What a performance that was. 5 shots, 5 kills, AWP masterclass there from the world's best player. It's going to be 6-5. I'm sure getting a replay of that, why not? Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Didn't miss a beat. That's so rare. 5 shots and 5 kills, Matt. Especially at that range as well. How sick is that?
Look at the eyes. He's calling all time. Yeah, absolutely. He was if that was in the auditorium, he would have stood up and done the cheer, and then he realized, oh wait, no one's here.
He wants more. 6 shots out of 6.
Not bad. Gets aggressive. Phelps will back off. Fur goes more. Look at Fur all the way in behind them. Won't be an ace this time for Cold with this positioning. 1, 2, 3. Line up through the window. Perfect play. Backs off. Fallen goes down below to look for the last remaining player. Tapson is the last. And he will go down. Phelps to push through. Impressive stuff from SK.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Managed to keep all 5 players alive. coldzera's getting pumped up now. Another player like Tapson, you don't want to get warmed up like that and start hitting those shots and getting that confidence. Goes towards second mid, shuts them down. They try and get the refrag, but the crossfire set up, and they manage to run away with the round once again. 2 in a row for SK Gaming off the back of coldzera's absolutely brilliant performance there.
And what an ace to get, considering the economic battle, the back and forth. Big already have 5 rounds. They break them down immediately after. That is so huge from Cold.
What's coming in? Could be technical. I'm not 100% sure. The admin might have called that one. We'll have a look. And it's going to be an eco by the looks of things, or a partial buy at least from Big.
I love going to Reddit news section after
just getting that up. What, the whole page flooded with coldzera ace?
Actually, they cleared the entire news section.
Okay, just to have that. Well, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Not bad. What a round! What a round indeed.
Yeah, that's
hopefully we get more like that throughout the weekend when we've got the crowd behind it. But again, important for SK to get this up to 7-5 and now have a chance to go 8.
Round number 13. As I said, looking likely to be a partial buy here from Big. We have got the coaches talking, so I assume it is just a regular pause. Big, after that great start, going up 4-1, find himself at 7-5 now. coldzera, he's having a game. 16 kills, 5 deaths. Tapson, his rival, if you will, 9 for 9. He's dropped off in the last few rounds. Keeve, 3 for 10. The AWPer of Big, not really having much impact. Same story for Fallen, though. He's on 2 for 4. coldzera seems to be proficient at all disciplines here in CSGO. Rifle or pistols. Maybe not so much shotguns, but we'll see. Maybe he pulls one out later on. We get into round number 13 now. Ooh, an AK from Tapson there. Cheeky last-minute purchase. Here we go. If there was a player to do it, it would be him. We saw Simple what he could do with a single AK around this Tech 9s earlier in the tournament. Good nade, though. Ooh, doesn't actually land any damage. Looks perfect to me.
Pistols and the 1 AK. We saw 1 AK work already in this event for Simple and Na'Vi.
Just said that, Matt.
I know. But we'll see if Tapson can echo it.
Okay.
Molotov inside of the door. Boiler, that'll be extinguished immediately after. No one's inside of it, so they go for the longer version of delay. Phelps in Atrium. No one going for a boost yet so far on SK, because we have seen Phelps get boosted up there a few times in recent history, including in Cologne to good success. They've been playing, I have to say, Graveyard a lot.
Graveyard seems to be an important part of the map, especially coldzera as well. It's going to be Taco this time in that position, obviously with the AWP this time. coldzera wants to be playing a little bit harder in the bomb site. Phelps towards the quad position. coldzera to back him up as well. Try and bait him in as he faces towards Boiler. Could find his first shot. It's been an absolute menace with the AWP. Looking to take Tapson down. He's got that AK. Hits him. Can't quite find the kill, though. Phelps to find 2. coldzera chiming in as well. Bomb drops.
Good shot. Godby and Legia actually gets one as well over the shoulder. Flash through the smoke. Aggressive AWP. Legia gets Taco down as well. But Fur is the man that's going to shut this down. Bomb to plants. Does get money in. Hang on, because Godby actually got his gun out in time to actually take challenge with armor. Pulls another nade. Flash catches them, but unfortunately he's walked into a Molotov. And that's going to be the end of it. SK going to find a close, considering the money. Did you know that Simple also went with 1 AK once in this event?
No, I didn't know that.
There you go.
Well, yeah, it's interesting.
Pay attention, Henry.
I'm trying to keep up. Well, SK, 2 AWPs surviving once again. They really are looking sharp as this first half has got deeper and deeper. It's round number 14. They've won the half now, 8-5. 3 in a row for them. Bomb planted means Vig can indeed bring out the AKs once again. Kiev, I haven't been a fan of the T-side AWP. Generally, I don't like it on Inferno. And he goes for the AK-47. He's hardly had much impact of it whatsoever. So get the AKs out. Could have bought the AWP, but decides against it. I think that's the right call. He's actually pretty decent with the rifles. We saw him in the major qualifier and the minor, being well-versed in both weaponry. So we'll see whether he can step up now. He's adjusted to the AK. Round number 14, looking like we could get aggressive here from Taco. Jumps across, might have been spotted. And he won't go super aggro here. Decides just to fall back and pull his incendiary out and buy himself some time.
Taco will push. Trying to at least go for the spam spot that never lands. It's far too tight of an angle. Someone have to intentionally place themselves there almost to get hit. Smoke timing's perfect. It'll slow down Big, and in fact, they'll back off as a result.
Well, good apartments control from Big so far. Godby with the bomb. He could fully commit here. Smoke and flashes can come over. Bit of a contact play. Try and catch Taka out of position. We'll see what happens here. He's currently burrowed himself into the corner of the bomb site. Playing off coldzera at the AWP. He'll try and bait him in. coldzera will take one shot, hide, and hopefully bait him into chasing him. Here we go.
Good shot again from none other than Cold. This is his major. He's owning it. Down goes Lakia. Will not find an ace this time, at least, because Taco gets a kill. And you're saying there it is because Cold has died, but it's Phelps and Fur that will clean up.
You can see how well that setup works. The coldzera, he's just supposed to take one shot and Hydra and bait them into running towards his crosshair. Taco in that close range position, they don't check it. But coldzera keeps killing them over and over again. Taco is there like, please, can I have a go? Can I have a chance? This is perfect. This setup's looking good. coldzera goes down and Taco manages to finish things off. Not too bad at all there for SK Gaming. Looking for double digits now. It dies to the start of this game, but looking much stronger now. 2 kills for Fallen, 3 for Kiev. The Uppers. So that's Fallen's only fragged in 1 round in this half, just to note.
That's a great point.
1 round, and they didn't win that round.
He's been the secondary op this game because Cold, who's going aggressive again, has been stealing the headlines. He won't go all the way down to peak top of alt middle. So therefore will not find Tapson, who works his way inside of the boiler room. Now it's Fallen's turn. Can't land the first shot, swings out, can't land the second either. Keep going, next has Fur down, he's got to start hitting, and he does indeed. Down goes Lakia, out for more, Fallen takes down Godby. Up, drop, and roll to get out of the flames. And he's in control of Banana again. It's Tapson that wants to work. Tech9 does get the first kill, which could actually lend itself to more in the fact that Fallen's low. He's picked up an AWP. He's got players on either side, and one of which is Cold. You're never going anywhere. 10-5 SK. Good way to end it, considering it was 4-1 at a point.
Absolutely. What a turnaround. 20 kills in the end for coldzera. What an absolute monstrous half. He's had 35 frags per map. Only 2 maps, to be fair. Both an Inferno. He could replicate that. He needs 15 in the second half to get it once again. That's got to be some sort of record. He gets 35 kills in 3 maps to get to the playoff as well. That's got to be something. I'm sure we could look into it. But round number 1 of the second half coming in momentarily. The umpires coming in now. They're just voting for it.
I'll be happy with him getting. I think it was Tapson, the last person to do it at an event. I can't remember which event it was.
Major qualifier, maybe?
No. It was further back than that. I want to say DreamHack Tour. I could be wrong. Where he had 100 kills in 3 games.
Okay.
Cold could be on pace to do that. All he needs is 30. I say all he needs. Remember, he's averaged 35.
Yeah. I'd love to see him just do that 3 rounds. Exactly 35. 3 maps, 35 kills in each one. That'd be really satisfying.
105 total.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's aim for that one. Either way, first round, we'll have a look at the buy for SK Gaming. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, and a Molotov as well. Suggests they go towards people. Look at this aggressive play. We saw this from Big earlier in the tournament as well. Let's see if it works out for them. Keith seems to think so as he finds 1 frag. Up to Godby and Tapson. They keep finding headshots here.
I was expecting a headshot almost to land on Fur as well as he was continuing to tap. Godby. Relentless. Yeah, he's going to catch off coldzera as well, and he's covered because even if they want to swing out the boiler closely, Taco has Nex watching him. He still manages the kill. No one's going to swing down through the underpass position to catch off Fur, but Fur gets found anyway, even with the flank that was going in all the way down toward T-spawn from Lagia. Taco versus 3. Glock to work with, has armor, but 64 HP. Goes down to now 49. He's hit Tabson, though. His positioning wins. Good shot as well.
We've seen that strategy from Big a few times over the last few months. We've actually cast him a lot with the minors and the major qualifier. That CT push and Inferno. It's certainly risky, and if the T's are aware that that could be a possibility, they'll shut you down. But they seem to be oblivious to that fact. And it's got B. He seems to be getting better and better of each tournament. I never really rated him as a fragger before, but some of the shots he's pulling off recently have been great. To be fair, that brings his total up to 5 kills in total. So, but what a big round it is to arrive in this game. Number 17 now. 1 Famous, 3 UMPs and an MP9.
If I'm not mistaken, against Penta, although it was SK that had the big lead at 9-1, they ended the half 10-5.
Yeah.
And Penta had a massive comeback on the CT side with some sloppy play from SK, so we have to keep that in mind.
That's absolutely correct. We did see SK with some uncharacteristic clumsy plays. Missed Molotovs, gaps in smokes, 1 by 1, getting caught off by Molotovs.
Argue that Cold bailed him out of that game.
He's done it twice. Well, maybe not the second one, but the first game definitely bailed him out.
Quito heading down toward the boiler doorway. Incendiary in hand could be well timed. Oh, Tabson doesn't throw it. Gets away instead. He's going to save it potentially for when they want to walk in from Banana.
Quite a quiet round here, not as explosive as the previous. PD50s and Tech 9s. SK yet to really inflict any sort of damage, but Tabson, he strikes first, he finds Phelps and gets the call. No one else is on that side of the map. Lagia's going to rotate over towards A. Time ticking away now, 30 seconds. Fur makes his play towards Arch by himself. Known to be an aggressive player. Flashbang comes through. What does it? Looks like the CTs have all the information they need, but Tabson, that's a little bit messy, but Taco now goes towards B with a bomb. This is a banana split, a blunder from Big.
Steve. Ooh. Makes matters worse in the fact that Fallen on a fadeaway jumper is able to land the shot. Bomb gets planted. SK has the B site to work with. Good positioning from Fur. I love and hate that position because when you're there, it's the greatest thing in the world.
The greatest.
The GOAT. Gambit. He's a shepherd. We'll go along with that one. Apparently Nex is because he's gotten down Fur from the position. Crossfire setup as Gambit holds up ever so slightly to allow Nex to work back in after getting the kill. And Taco can't do anything of it. They will get the defuse, but it is very costly. And it will go 10-7, but reinvestment needed.
Need to be careful there, Big. Those kind of mistakes and pushing down Banana like that with potentially a bad call. We have no idea what information Tabson got, but he goes through, gives Tak an opportunity to get that bomb down. Sure, they win the round just about, but that could have fallen out of reach. Taco, if he gets 1 kill now, 2 versus 1, they win that round. Taco, oh, Fallen. I didn't realize how sick that shot was. Have a look at this. As he comes back for the arch, boom, drive-by. And he's happy that Tabson knows he messed up that round as well, so he celebrates in a very excited manner there. Well, here we go. Round number 18, 10-7 in favour of SK Gaming on the T side. Lagia and Tabson looking to farm some frags here with the UMPs as they go aggressively towards the B side of the map. Tabson wants to push down even further. Fallen's been hit by the nade down to 16 HP, and Tabson, he takes the frag, takes his head off as well.
The corner, unfortunately, Phelps firing. Not landing and being fully blind, had nowhere to go but death. When the Grim Reaper visits, Henry, just say yes.
I always do.
I have no answer for that. Why are you here?
Well, okay, then 5 on 3. I feel like SK Gaming are done with this round. Taco down to 2 HP as well. No nades, no armor. Non zero with the bomb. They'll be lucky to get that down. Tabson takes a bit of damage, but he's looking very aggressive and confident, as he always does towards the B side of the map, pushing down that banana. That amazing aim of his coming out in spades as he managed to find 2 frags. Taco recovers the bomb. It's a matter of time. Keeve should be able to find at least 1 frag here if they walk around the corner. Ooh, needs to be careful. Here's the deal. Doesn't want to give anything away. Nice disciplined play.
Keeve inside of the arch. Cold's tagged. Cold's dead. Kiev gets him with the UMP. Swing it back out. Discover more players at the top of mid. Or he won't. He'll only find one, and that one is Fur. I'll be on the railing. We'll sit above the haystacks. Like, yeah, we'll take down Taco.
Good work. Another 3-0. So that's both pistols and both halves converted to 3-0 here for Big. Sends a quite a clear message as to the current scoreline. 10-8. They've only won 2 gun rounds so far. But still. SK now. AK's out once again. No fallen orb. Couldn't really afford that. 6 kills, 8 deaths for him. 20 still for Coldzera. Hasn't posted anything really in the second half. Looking for that 35 bomb. You're just joining us. Played 2 games so far, both in Inferno, both at 35 kills, currently on 20, looking to replicate that form. Amazing so far. Kiev, now they're missing out on the blind shot there. Nade towards top of Banana to push the CVs back there. That's from Fallen and Phelps. They do land, but a boost coming in here potentially. That's the orb, and actually taps him with the M4 going for this one. Let's see if he can make it happen. You know, he probably will, but this time bested by Phelps. He gets the dink in, but that's all he gets.
Gets indeed. He had downed. Or they're getting Phelps down with a nade. Fallen finds Kiev. He has gone towards CT. No smoke out yet. It will go now. He's going to time it with the smoke, though. Knows they won't have the weapons drawn, and Fallen and Cold go down to Legia.
That's huge from Legia. 3-on-2 now. Potentially rescues this one for Big. Bomb still down at C steps, and next he finds Fur. Now it's up to Taco. Grading clutches. Can he find anything with this one? He's got the time to work with. 1 minute. He makes his way towards the top of middle.
So Gambit inside of the pit. Taco clears by boiler door. Gambit goes out toward the ramp. Quick check library. Molotov will land. It'll confirm his presence. Gambit extinguishes it. That tells Taco where he is, but won't give him anything to do with it. Reverse Molotov thrown. That flushes him back out toward one of the 2 players now on the A site. The third just arriving in the form of Legia. There's 3 kills in the round. Not even planted. Legia will close it with his 4th.
That was a little bit risky from Legia, but still manages to land the shot. Great round from him. 4 kills in total. Very impressive, I have to say. Those timings are on CT spawn as well. 2 very high impact frags. Finds the following up final one as well. Got B. The reason I said that's really smart, because that Molotov is designed to flush him out. Sure, he can get out of the Molotov, but he almost certainly dies there. Drops the smoke at his feet, buys more time, and Taco is just frustrated. He wants the kill there, and Gambit is not giving it to him. Staying alive. That's a real veteran play for you there. Someone who's just playing intelligently. 10-9. Big. Plays a gap. We have got a game on our hands now. 4-0 in the second half. Tech 9s, Deagles, and Armor. No nades. As we go towards second middle, it'll be a full-on contact play. Walk up. Hope for the best, but taking a nade to the face once again. The utility usage from Big has been amazing. Key with the AWP. Looking to find multiple frags here. There's 2 out of 2 as next chimes in as well.
Certainly does. Getting closer toward Atrium position. Cold last alive will swing in through CT, and all 5 stay alive. Kiev gets 4 on the AWP from Arch. That seems to be a hot spot for the AWP this game.
Yeah, channeling his inner Coldzera there as well. 4 shots, 4 kills. Not as impressive considering they only had Tech 9s, but still clinical stuff. 10-10. So, if Yard is joining us, let's just get you up to date with what this game means. This is a 2-0 game, meaning whoever wins this singular map is going to the playoff. SK, currently considered the #1 team in the world, up against Big. Not in the top 10, a dark horse of the tournament. You said at the start you felt like they could cause damage here and potentially make the top 8. You wouldn't have thought in 3-0 though.
No way. No way. This is almost as surprising as FaZe going out 0-3, so it's reverse polarity in that sense. And again, yeah, absolutely a technical team. Individual skill in the form of Tabson is there, but they rely so heavily on strategy and executions that you would have thought eventually someone figures it out, or that wears out, that gets old and gets outweighed. Well, if it was going to be outweighed, it was going to be outweighed by SK of all teams. So impressive stuff from Big.
Yeah, SK, sure they've had wins on this map, but they haven't been the cleanest.
No,
especially against Penta as well. They looked like they're going to throw that game after being 10-0 up. Now they're up against another lesser name of the tournament. Someone has come from the minor system. Big German organization full of German players, 6 months in the making, and turning heads, it seems. Every month they seem to be finding more success. They got 3-0 at the major. Just making the major generally was impressive. But like, okay, that's great. A team like that coming to the major, really, really cool stuff. I mean, a team for 6 months, they've managed to develop into that. Now, they've got the #1 team in the world on the ropes, looking for 3-0 to make it legendary status. That's huge. For a new organization that's organic to guarantee this, the next major as well. That in itself is amazing news.
Well, the sticker economy, we've already discussed that at large in many other broadcasts, but it's kind of interesting as well when you look at form. I mean, these guys were focused just to get into the major. That was Godby's goal with this team. Now that they're here, they're focused on making the playoffs. They might be on the brink of doing so. They are determined. They are absolutely 100% driven and not worn out at all. Whereas, you don't want to call teams worn out necessarily, but, FaZe, so good for so long, and then into this event, a slump hits. You question sort of what the schedule can do to the upper teams and how much that helps Big in this sense.
Yeah, I would say Big are a hungry team.
Yeah, hungry is a perfect word. Yep.
Well, here we go. We're back underway. 10-10. We're all leveled up. It's going to be a CT side affair for Big, of course. Current scoreline for them, 5-0. All coming out for Kiev once again after hitting some great shots. Fallen wants to challenge, though. Bunny hopping right towards the top of middle. Trying to see if anyone's available to him, and it seems to be the case. Next gets hit, but finds the shot. Fur takes him back in return. 4-4. It's getting quite exciting now. The big players coming out in more ways than one. Next taking down Fallen, but it's all level once again, which technically favors the T side.
And they're going to leave Fallen's up on the ground. Cold was beside it. They want to go fast with the rifles. Fast through smoke into Tabson. 1 kill, only 1 kill. Cold's able to respond, his 21st. They go back out of middle as well as soon as they do so. He has picked up the AWP this time. And he'll head off toward the direction of Banana. Flash in, bounced. Forces Keith back in the sight. He still has an angle. He's been able to land as well. No challenge over the top. Cold will get him back up close. But it's all on to Cold. Needs 4 in total to win out the round. Bomb to be planted safely behind the fountain, and both players coming from Banana. Who gets in position first? Cold. He might have the lineup for the first shot. Misses it. That's going to make things really hard because they're getting closer. They're getting to his left. He's got to go for the no-scope. Lagia baits one side and goes the other. And Big is going to take the lead.
Oh, that's an exciting round. You could see SK Gaming throwing everything they had at Big that round. Fallen with a good spawn, goes to try and challenge Kiev at the start. Finds that first player down to 4-4. There's trades coming in thick and fast. 3-on-3 back towards Banana. And then we left Caldera in a 2v1 situation. He thought with the current form we're seeing from this young man right now, he'll be able to deliver there, but misses the key shot. And it's going to be the gear to finish things off. Kiev is looking sharp, I have to say. I've always said I don't consider him a world-class talent, but he's had some great performances here, and he's been instrumental in the fact that they're at 2-0. It's not just about Tabson. Keith has been very decent as well.
He's been on the rise. Remember back in alternate attacks, he had a perfect, almost, you would say, performance to get them into the E-League season.
That's right.
But that was ages ago. And he certainly didn't look that promising to me, specifically in the minor. More so in the qualifier, he did.
There we go, then. Another gun round for either side. Fallen taking a bit of nade damage to start. You can see they're weak there, Matt. 1 minute 20 remaining, no nades. This is just all in now. Group up, go towards quad, run through the smokes, up to Gobby next to defend.
Gobby turns his back to avoid flashes. Smoke still down from apartments. Won't be able to push in directly. Next, wants back in through the flames. 1 tick, Fallen turns, and down he goes. Kiev missing a big shot. No pun intended, because Gobby goes down in the pit. Phelps will follow up. Won't be a 5 clean sweep. Thompson trying to go back at them, but good shoulder bait and then push in from Fallen on the trade. If not for a straight kill, 11-11. Reset potential for staying alive is massive.
Absolutely. SK Gaming. Oh my god, they had no nades to work them at. AKs, armor, couple of flashbangs, group up, stays a 5-man unit, and that's potentially all they have to do here. On paper, they outfrag Big at every single facet, really. And you'd feel like that's probably the best formation to go in. These defaults getting picked off 1 by 1 for the really nice teamwork and flashbangs and smoke usage of Big. That's when they'll probably get wrecked. And I feel like just stay together like that, keep it simple. They'll probably just run over them. But the round back in their favor. Sure, there is a lot of reset potential considering they had no days in the previous round. For $0. Similar story for Phelps as well. Round number 23. This could go the full distance. Keep back on the orb. Whoever loses this round pretty much guarantees the eco. So
I like that. A little back and forth battle, considering the flame positioning. Fur's very lucky to be alive. And he will get next at the very least, try to push back up to capitalize on his position. $11-11, Henry. It's our score.
It really is. Big will be making a wish in this round, that's for sure. As we head into round number 23 in a 5-on-4 situation. Kiev trying to do what he can with the AWP. Dropped off the last couple of rounds. Flashbangs coming in towards the boiler room from coldzera. They've got the lead for now. Still with 3. Make it 5 smokes, in fact. They picked up one more. As we enter the closing stages of this round, Kiev drops the incendiary. Falls back to the bomb site. Gob in his standard position at the apartments. Being baited in by Kiev as well. He's hoping to take the first shot and fall back as they call for backup in the form of Legia.
Goes over to the left. Allows them to push through to the atrium. Gobby again, the one on the balcony. Kiev this time, better angle, more elongated, more room to work. But he's stuck inside. He needs Gobby to get more kills than just one, and he will. He'll get Phelps. He still manages to go down and brings in Legia. They're not ready for his arrival. Fallen in the middle. Fallen gets out of the middle. Good shot on both sides, and he'll go inside of the site to plant the bomb immediately. Just barely gets there as well. 1 second left on the clock as it's Tabson to go against him. Tabson with no kit, by the way.
No nades either.
There is a kit, you just saw it in front of Fallen, in front of the site, the stairs right to his right now. As Tabson gets closer and closer, Fallen spots the headshot, doesn't hit it though, and he's got problems because he's the low HP player. And Tabson will get the kit, will get the defuse, and they'll go up 12-11 with a reset toward SK. Thankfully, again, they did keep 4 alive and have a bomb plant.
The bomb plant helps out tremendously, but that's still a massive situation for Tabson to pull off there. 1v1 with the Counter-Strike legend that is Fallen as well. Manages to win it, recovers the AWP. I think we'll take a timeout here. Let's just work out what the situation is. SK have got those available. Fallen, very quiet game from him so far. Has stepped it up somewhat in the second half. He's on 12-12 right now. coldzera, only 3 kills in this half so far, and it's been 8 rounds. So, bit of disparity from his first half form to the second, but Tabson continue to apply their pressure here. As we enter a pause situation, that's called by SK. It's their first pause. And in terms of their money, let's just have a look at that. 25k for Fur. The other players can buy. They can definitely get something decent out of this. AKs and a Tech 9, so they certainly will. Lose this round. That's when things get pretty dire, though. That's when Big will start to accumulate a massive economy. SK will have to take the full eco. It's still not looking pretty. You can see AKs, 2 Galils, Fallen. I think he's dropped an AK-47. He has to go down to Galil himself, potentially, yeah, or a Tech 9. Unless he's already been dropped something.
Yeah, he has.
The Galil.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is desperate from SK.
Lose this round. That could be the game. They'll be down 13-11, full eco. Might not have money after that to recover.
What a performance from Big in this major. 2-0. Okay, fair enough. Well done. Hats off to you. Beat FaZe, but you're also going against SK. Phelps gets away with one to pull against Tabson, but he's traded out by Legia immediately after.
Yeah, a rare miss there. Tabson had that one for days. Pressure got to him almost, but Legia does get the frag in return. Phelps lucky to get anything out of that situation with the Galil.
Imagine beating 2 of the best 3 teams in the world on the run to the playoffs.
FaZe and SK. That's no easy match. Didn't they got an easy route to the playoffs if they do make it.
But the hardest you could have got. Fur takes down Legia. That'll give the advantage to SK, and they desperately need to take advantage of the advantage. Again, money's going to be gone. They'll be at 13-11, potentially 14 by the time they bring weapons back out. It would put them on a 4th round loss bonus by then. Pending bomb plants in either of the other 2, but it's on to B.
All 3 players are big on the big B bomb side. They've gone all in here. Kiev misses that shot. He hits that. They probably win the round. But now it's up to Gob B. Can he step up? Can he deliver?
Molotov timing to slow them. That allows the rotation for Kiev. Gob hits 1. Kiev misses again, though. They're at the water position. If they go quick and he misses twice, he's down cold. And Fur will wrap it for SK just barely.
Big there. You can see the pressure getting to them potentially. It was Tabson. Flashed out perfectly at the start. We do have a timeout, a chance to catch our breath. Let him know what's going through. A big camp right now. Tabson pushed through, flashed powerfully. A shot you'd think he'd hit all day long. Misses it, maybe panics somewhat. Gets taken down. Legia about to get back in return. Then he gets flashed in perfectly. But SK just keep hitting shots. They keep digging deep and finding form just when they need it. Towards that B bomb site. Big took a gamble. The correct gamble. Put all their chips on that B site. Everyone's there, ready and waiting. But Kiev, he can't hit shots either. You can see the pressure really is starting to mount, and they are potentially crumbling a little bit here, but still well within this one. Pick'em challenge. If you're interested, Matt, 96% in favor of SK.
Yeah, no, how many were in favor of FaZe going out today?
Right, yeah, I would say.
How many would have picked Big to go out 3-0? Or in 3-0, I guess we should say, for clarification.
If anyone gets the gold pick'em challenge, like, hats off to you. I don't know how you saw that. You're,
Yeah, come work as an analyst. If you have red hair, it's a bonus. McGee with the scout, can't find the shot down mid. Goes back out for his close, but no win with the AK. Not surprisingly, you thought Nex would be able to peek and catch him with his back turn, but it's not.
5-4. It is an eco indeed for the big side. Keeps with the scout. That's down to 59 HP. Legia has been dropped. Into the closing sectors now. This should be SK on 13 rounds, almost certainly at this point. Good chance then just keep all 5 players alive. Obviously up against pistols, but every kill they give away will be detrimental to their own money, which isn't established just yet. Each player, even after buying into this round and winning the previous, at about $1,000. So I want to keep all 5 alive and just remove any chances of being fully reset.
Through. No damage done. 50 seconds on the clock. Pretty blue in the B site. I have to say, when they added that blue, it seems out of character to me, but now I quite like it.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
Thank you.
We put it there for you.
Oh. Well, now I don't like it. Next. Oh, good win. Season 75 has to reload. Potentially had a lineup for a headshot, and Fur realizes the Tapsim was rotating in behind him to try and capitalize. Takes him as well. He's the lurk, remember. This bomb goes over toward A and through the edge of the smoke. Phelps will find Kiev. 13-12 for SK.
Yes, not really much Gobby can do about his situation is that he gets the M4A4. He's still got head armor and a CZ as well. Looking to save that. It's not worth him going for any sort of frags here. Try and stay alive for sure. But you're right, 13-12 for SK. Money looking decent for them now. Only one player going down, that's Taco. Little shot at the camp there. On the SK side, of course. Trying to keep all 4 players alive here. They will defend the bomb with Phelps till the very last second, just in case. Nothing worse than giving away a ninja defuse, is there? Not at this point.
Not at this point. SK take the lead back late.
Just to keep up with Cold's era frag count, 25 kills, 10 more for the 35.
5 to 103 though.
That'd be nice.
100 in 3 games, that is. Don't know that that's ever been done before to Major. I can't imagine.
Well, the thing is, it's difficult to gauge that.
Right, because we didn't have, that's right. You'd have to look at the first 3 games in a group rather than,
But here we go, another eco for Big. SK Gaming now in touching distance and making it to the playoffs and having 2 days off to enjoy themselves here in sunny Krakow. PT50s, silenced USPs, nothing really invested whatsoever. $600 in total for the big side. Flash over, even a decent position. There's a frag. He gets a second one, maybe has a chance, but Fallen's ready and waiting. Takes him down with the AWP, and that's the A bomb site open as well. That concludes the round. Everyone else towards the B bomb site. He did what he could, finding 1 frag, potentially 2 would have been impressive. For now, CT's nothing really to save. No, just might as well go for it. I guess the only thinking for that is deny them having any kill reward, but Fallen worked out there are T steps.
So 2 to go for SK as they won the economic exchange in the all-important round 24. They'll go 2 rounds up, 14-12. Being the T side of Inferno, Big still have a chance back in for sure, but it has to be the next round or it's all done. They're about as Nex tries to just take down anyone he can. Taco takes an unhealthy amount of damage from the bomb, but stays alive, and that will keep 3 up. Build a bank.
14-12. Big now, the decision to make. Do they try and bring out the AWP? Keith is certainly a forward one. I'd say pause. There it is. Comes in. Makes sense at this stage.
And
why not?
This is technical because it was called by the admin.
Okay, well, headphones are off. I think Keith's been struggling with their sound. He's had a few rounds where the headsets had to come off. Still smiling though. It's all fine.
The admin there already working with him. And the in-ears are the problem. We've been confirmed, so I think they'll deal with that hopefully quite soon.
Yeah, shouldn't take too long, I'd imagine. All the players will be ready and raring to go. 14-12 though, SK Gaming looking to find out 3-0. Certainly a favourite to do so this tournament. Big, same, they're almost in the same sort of situation, very close to doing that as well, but I don't think anyone expected them to do that whatsoever. Sure, they could have been a dark horse to make it through the playoff potentially, but never in 3-0. I don't think anyone could have predicted that.
No, no way.
Especially with the likes of, like you said, FaZe and SK in that run to that 3-0. That would be a story in itself. The fact they made it to the playoff, guaranteed themselves the next major by beating those two teams. But that hasn't happened yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They still need to beat SK, but they do have money to do so here. Win this round 14-13.
That's a stare worthy of a portrait.
The Godfather?
The Godfather. God be. Tabson's asking if he's allowed to take off his heavy ones, maybe? Relax his ears?
Yeah, they can be a little bit painful. He rubs them.
The issue is, just to give you an idea, I think he's looking for a Q-tip or something to clean out his ear. Don't know if we want that on camera. But the issue with some of the in-ears, depending on the ones that you wear, I know that, for example, the Razer ones are a little smaller, whereas the Bose ones, which are my favorite in-ears to wear just for general purpose for music, the noise-canceling ones stick out a little further. So when you wear the in-ears, the noise-canceling over top of them, they can push on the back side of the in-ear and push it further into the ear canal, which gets very uncomfortable over the course of the game.
So they're very tight, those bigger rig heads is what they are. They push the in-ears in for sure. But
I know, and I think the Shores as well that we sometimes wear in production, they have enough space that they're fine. But yeah, it depends.
Tabson smiling away, trying to get himself.
Tabson's actually don't look too bad, so those ones look quite flush with his ear. So they're probably not too bad for that. You almost need at this day and age to do like the custom molding like they do with Formula 1 and Formula drivers in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Just do like a full-on...
Could potentially be wearing those for 10 hours a day, so...
Yeah.
But yes. Final game this evening. We do it all again tomorrow, Matthew. We'll have more hearts broken, more players into the playoff bracket as well. That's normally the most exciting day, like day 3. That was when it would all kick off. And that's when we'll see most of the drama unfold. Today we get like kind of an insight, kind of like of what's to come tomorrow, really. But big. Hopefully we get into this soon. It is a slight audio issue with Kiev. It is not working out for him. Everyone trying to get back in desperately here. Young Taco seems to be wearing those glasses every game now. A little adjustment for himself.
Young Taco in Krakow. Maybe that's his way of saying, look, he's even grown his bangs out longer, I've noticed. This is the response to the no hat rule. All right, if you're going to show off my head, I'm going to make it look better.
Yeah? Okay.
That's it. That's what it is.
You worked it out.
I'm not my first rodeo, Hank.
No. Well, for now, I can't see the buys. I can't really get into that. I guess you've got on your screen as well. That's what's so good about the PGL Major. We've got its information available at all times to you at home. So I don't have to do as much work. It makes my job a lot easier, you know. So all pound for Fallen, 4 AK-47s. They're in great stead. But Big, they can get the AWP. Won't be the best of buys. You can see Godby and Tabson on 4,300. So they can get the M4s and body armor, sure, but won't be fully equipped in terms of utility. You have to take a gamble in terms of whether they get the diffuse kill or not. Kiev causing a nuisance here, son. Can you get back in?
See Cole rubbing his ears as well for the same reasons we mentioned.
We've already got 700,000 people waiting for you. Don't worry. Take your time.
Imagine. Oh, issue sorted. It's never fun to borrow someone else's in-ears either.
No, I've seen yours.
Hygienic.
They look pretty disgusting.
My old set, yeah, is pretty. I gotta clean those. My new set looks all right.
First had enough. He wants to get back in there. Looks like the fact he picked up a new headset that will be underway momentarily. Maybe it was just a wire issue, something a bit fray perhaps. I don't know. But the fist bump's coming in. It suggests we're back. We'll try and deliver the hype as we had a bit of a break there. Round number 27, SK Gaming 14, Big 12. The buys coming in. The AWP does indeed come out for Kiev. We have 3 M4s and a FAMAS for Legia. No kits, just a note as well. Okay, that's a huge deal. An execution-based team like SK, they get that bomb down, retakes is not going to be an option, especially if it's like a 3-on-3 and it's for B-bomb, so it smokes down. CTs will just have to save. Suggest their money is very low. They're only a third save loss bonus next round. So lose this, it'll be 15-12. And they'll only get $2,900 on top of that. So this is a must-win round for Big. This is pretty much it. They lose this, it's possibly game over, I would say. Just to set the tone for you all.
Smoke top mid will give them the comfort and access of working up toward mid without having to be found by an AWP, if you will. Fallen already tagged on 52 as well, with nades going down his direction. He's the only one back toward the bottom of Banana. The rest are in apartments. This could be fast. Very fast. Out they go. Flashes through. Taco in the sight. Spots behind the pillar, but not behind the box. Goppy getting 2 as he falls back and smokes off as well. Cold Zero will have no entry point.
Pull back for now. Great work by Goppy to get those 2 huge frags. But Phelps, he's not done with the A side just yet. Pushing behind the smoke, looks to try and get on the side, sneak through.
Fallen as well is starting to evaluate with the AWP, but he's going to have to watch for Kiev. Goppy is getting in a better position. Kiev takes down Cold straight in front of Fallen's eyes, and he won't re-peek just yet. Phelps has gotten in the sight, though. He's behind Goppy. Don't shoot him yet, son. Don't shoot him yet. Now snap, but can't even get the first one.
Oh, wow, that was the moment there. That could have been the turnaround. Now it's up to 4-5 versus 1. Not really much he can do about this. Seems to fancy his chances still. What a round this should be. He pulls this one off. Should get this kill, no problem, but Goppy deals with him. 3 kills from him in total. Lovely work there to find those first 2 frags as well. SK Gaming going for a much simpler technique, walking up towards the quad and finding their demise in the hands of the Godfather himself. 3 kills in total, and Phelps with a nice little attempt there. Could have got 2 kills if he had that pinpoint accuracy on the first shot. Potentially could have found 2, but unfortunately did not happen to him. As we said, that was a must-win round for Big. Lost that one, pretty much out of it. They would not be making this playoff today. But they did it. 5 players staying alive as well. They're looking very strong. It's been to round number 28. Still money available for SK. 3 AKs coming out so far. They can just balance the funds, distribute the wealth. So Molotov smokes can be purchased. Just a pause here to work things out. The unpause will be coming in 5 seconds and wants to play here. We are going to go the full distance. It's very fitting for the very final game of the day. Find out who will be the second team to make it to the playoff. Joining Gambit. Imagine it's Big. Those are the first 2 teams to make it to the playoff. Gambit and Big. Gambit not so surprising so much, but Big.
As the first teams, no, both those are. Yeah, I get your point. Big especially, but yeah, that's a good way to put it. Gambit and Big, both in the scheme of things, newer teams, but both, yeah, unbeaten. Still consider Gambit a newer team in some ways, even though that's not always true.
Sure.
But yeah, that's remarkable.
If it does happen. We'll see.
Well, they're 1 round behind right now, and money's still in the hands of SK. Win this round, much different story. SK's got nothing left. Big has nothing left, so much like round 24, winner of this is in an excellent position, and loser at best pray. Hold on 26, by the way.
Tension starting to mount now. Smoke's deployed by SK. Could be the final commitment. The bomb's still down in second middle, but Fur and Fallen have mid-control. Pushing those CTs back. That's fine, though. Bigger comfortable with this, and so is Key. He hits the first shot. Looking for more, though. Has got the opportunity as Fur makes his way up the back lines, and he's blind, but somehow gets the kill. Equals things out to the 4-4.
Kiev didn't need to take that anticipation shot because it left him vulnerable. They were sneaking up the wall. He actually did want to turn to watch over toward the pit, but by taking the shot, it left him no chance. Still, though, they have 2 inside of the pit itself. Goppy and next, Cold, Fur, Phelps, and soon to be talked about from the doorway above them are all approaching the A site, but will they get there? Next finds the first, the second as well. Crossfire well established. Next sprays through the hay bales, can't find it, but follows up. Cold goes down. Goppy with the kill, and what a headshot on the Taco.
My God, Goppy's feeling it today.
They're in a great spot now because money's gone for SK.
14-14, you're absolutely right. They're going to have to take another pause here, work out what's the play. They allow Big to get to playoff point here. It's Nex and Goppy who seem to be the saviors of that A side every time. Nex, especially a player that's been nowhere for the last year. Where has he gone to? Even in his big side, he's been quiet. This game, though, he's turning up, and it's Fallen. He gets taken down by Kiev to kick things off, and I think we have a partial buy here. They're almost allowing Big to get to that playoff point. This is going to go the full distance now. SK playing essentially for overtime. Can always steal these rounds away, but the buy suggests they're looking for the future.
Smoke at the top of Banana. Looking to the future indeed, unless Explosion works for them. Quick flash corner. Smoke CT. Push through Smoke as well for Fallen, so he'll take Bomb all the way around. He'll have faster access to Coffins, and in anticipation of the rush, there's 3 players still inside. Well, we're inside of the site, down to 2, down to 1. Next has to stand up once more. Good find. Bomb not planted as he gets Fallen out of it. He's limited. He's flashed off, but no one can push through. Cold's got a knife. That'll give them a little more money for the next round. He's also got an M4 picked up. No armor. And a Molotov down in front of his teammate that's going to force Taco back out. Still though, at 2 versus 2. Taco hits either with the Deagle even so slightly as to allow Cold to capitalize on the M4. And you're right, they don't need to make him plant, but Cold already gone. Taco down, 15-14. Big are 1 round away from going 3-0. Did I see timeout from Coach? Because I don't hear it being voted on. Okay, they are voting for it in the server. So I think Big called this. Gobby's getting pumped, but they have a plan to try and close this out. Look at the excitement.
They're loving it, aren't they? They can feel it coming. They know the money's poor. The bomb got denied. This is it. 1 round. They do not want to go to overtime here. Take the pause. Big have taken it. They've got SK on the ropes right now. What a story this would be. 3-0 beating Fade, beating SK Gaming, 1 round away from doing that and booking themselves not only the playoffs to this major, but guaranteeing the next major as well. This is huge. AK's coming out. No utility for Fallen. 1 smoke. Phelps. 1 decoy. That's all he's got to work with. The money's just not there, but they have to buy around this. Timeout. Cancelled. The round begins. Big with a chance to get to the playoffs. Go big or go home. 5 AK-47s. SK Gaming, can they take it to overtime?
It's not quite home yet. They'll be going, but point stands. It's time to step up.
I just wanted to say it, man.
I know you did. Look, I was going to let you get away with it.
Yeah.
I was going to. I was just going to spin it a little bit. Spin like spaghetti. Or a fidget spinner.
Exactly.
Kiev this time is not toward the arch. They'll put him in Banana with the anchor that he now holds in his hand, the AWP. Tabson's able to rotate back over toward arch. And being at arch, he could be in the right spot. A again for SK. They went fast to B when they didn't have pistols. We've not seen them go back toward the Molotov strat ever, by the way.
It's true.
That's out the window.
Scared of that one.
Potentially so. Lagia, quick shoulder checks. Remember, M4 in this position. It's the AWP that's lit them up on a few occasions. And they are going to go toward the arch. So Tabson becomes a massive factor in the watching through it from CT. In fact, he's going to flash through it. That's going to catch them. Double flash, double blind. Lagia doesn't peek on it. Ooh, Molotov does so much damage, though, because they're blind and they're in the flames and they're in the grave. Taps him with 2. Fur has to be forced back off as another Molotov lands directly in front of incendiary, if you will. Good push from Goppy to capitalize. Backup plan is B. Phelps is opening it. Cold already has Goppy down, but he's got to run quickly, and this has to be held. Tapson says no. It's on to Cold in a 1 versus 3.
Surely not.
He's got a gun out, thankfully, because Tapson has gone by the smoke. Jumps up, no noise. Jumps up, no feet spotted. Jumps up, sees Cold, and Big is in the playoffs in their first ever major. 3-0 taking down world number 1 and world number 3.
What a story. Sure, it's just in the playoffs. We sound like we're going to be overcooking it a bit, but sorry, this is amazing. 3-0 after going through the minors system, the major qualifier, and now at the major. People are surprised they even made it to the major itself, and now they're beating 2 of the world's best teams. 3-0 in the playoff, joining Gambit, and not even having to go towards overtime there. The misfits of the tournament, some of the names that have dropped off out of the scene, and they've done it. Tabson delivering a great performance there in the final round, 3 kills, and he seems to do that every single time they cross the finish line. Next to a great game as well. God B, amazing in the pit. The gear chiming in as well towards the end. Very impressive performance. And SK, they need to come back tomorrow to look there for their place in the playoffs.
And take your bug and squash it, because I watched as best I could while also casting to see if anyone did the glitch. I did not see it once on the CT side. So throw that theory out the window. They've done this on merit. Well deserved. They are legends. And they get 2 days off, much like Gambit. They'll be able to relax. And while knowing them, they won't relax. Watch a heck of a lot of demos.
Oh, yeah. They're not done yet. That's just the beginning of their journey here. Commiserations to SK, but just to note as well, they're now 2-1. They still have 2 lives in this tournament. Very likely they make the playoffs still. frustrating for them. They'd love that time just to kind of chill out. They've got their families here with them as well, have 2 days off and just kind of recalibrate, ready for the playoffs. But they'll come back tomorrow. But big, like you said, 2 days off. Who would have thought? Gambit and Big, your two teams, your first two into the playoffs so far. And that concludes day number 4 here at the Major.
It does indeed.
Or day number 3.
We're day number 3, but that's fine. We're going to day number 4. You were testing me, and I failed.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely failed. That was your fault.
Definitely my fault. Admin's getting in on the action and some of the excitement, but excited. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a major, 2 teams we wouldn't have expected in the playoffs that definitely show potential to be upsetting, if you want to call them that, and a bunch of teams still fighting and scrapping it out with legends that are not going to get their spots. We've already got a challenger team in. We could get another in Cloud9. There will be 2 legends for sure, FaZe already being one of them, that don't make it through. I'm going to call that right now. That said, we're going to send it back over to the panel. Paul's standing by.
A massive congratulations to Big Clan. They have become the second team to qualify for the playoffs here at the PGL Major Cracker. An absolutely incredible achievement by this set of players. They didn't even have a team this time 8 months ago. They came together in January, and here they are as legends at the PGL Major. It's an incredible achievement, and they've done so against the best team on planet Earth right now as well. Janko, have you suspended all disbelief right now?
Yeah, to an extent, especially after a strong first half from SK, right? 10 rounds in, you would feel no matter what happens, SK will have what it takes to get those 6 rounds in the second half and close the game out. But it was actually Big shutting them down with a strong start of their own, and after that just making the proper adjustments and being prepared for everything that SK had to throw their way.
Yeah, and that's it. 14-12, you suddenly think, wow, they've played well, it's been a good game, but SK should close this out.
Yeah, you would have thought so, but then, like Janko was saying, it's just a great way. The guys were talking about Nex and then Gambit, how they were playing on that A-bomb site. You know, they really showcase how effective it can be when you're playing passively and staying alive for the longest period of time in that pit to make sure your rotation has time to come to the come to the rescue, so to speak. So I don't know, I'm almost speechless to see the kind of rise this team has had and the mental fortitude, you know, considering what they've gone through this week as well, you know, and still playing amazing Counter-Strike.
Yeah. I don't know if we've got highlights yet, but we do have a man who is waiting in the player area for us right now. So let's talk to him first. Gambit!
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hey.
Sir, let me just say this to you and then let me get your reaction. Congratulations on making the quarterfinals at the PGL Major.
Thank you very much.
Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Just another day at the office. Just another day at the office, right?
No. Obviously, it's something really special for us.
It is very special for
you. But I think a lot of people would say I'm crazy, but we wanted to go farther in the tournament than just a quarter before the tournament. Even though that sounds a little bit crazy, but we believe so much in us, and even though without the jump we showed the world that it's not only the jump which makes us a great team, and that's why we are so energetic at the moment. Like my mates are screaming around.
I can hear them.
It's just like we're really happy. What can I say?
How important was it to you that you not only win today and make the quarterfinals, but do it in such a way where you weren't having the bug and you weren't using it, and showing people that this wasn't a fluke, that you guys have come here to play?
For sure. We were talking about the bug, and we were not 1%. We didn't have any fear or any thoughts about the bug, because we knew we will find another way to have a game plan, but then Coldzera came and destroyed the game plan SD.
He does that to teams. Sorry about that. He's just like that to everybody. He's not picking on you, honest.
Before the game, we said he can even make 50 frags, but they will not win the game. And we knew it will be really hard against, especially him. He's absolutely on fire. So it was really hard for us at ST. It's just like very hard to play against him. It's like it doesn't matter what you do, he hits the shot. So we knew we needed to have a good CT half. That was also planned, and we had a lot of good reads on them. And in the end we got a little bit lucky when good setups, and in the end we're just really happy. And also we are really happy to show the community you don't need to use the bug if you want to beat SK. So we are very happy, yeah.
Good stuff, good stuff. We've got Janko and Natu here. I'm sure they're dying to ask you a couple of questions as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Cold Zero had a great game in the first half, getting 20 kills, but you guys only managed to win 2 gun rounds, basically, in that first half. And did you feel like SK really adjusted to what you guys were doing? Because they would play either a lot more aggressive towards mid, or they would go towards side. They didn't really play pit or balcony. That seems to be their way of countering your execute-heavy style. Did you realize this during the half? Did you try to adjust, but it didn't work out?
Yeah, we tried to adjust at least. It didn't work out, but it always felt like that Cold, or I say Cold because I think he made the decisions on A, that he was always on the right position at the right time, and normally we are the team which we want him to be where he is, but he wasn't there where we wanted him to be, and he was always in the right position. So we tried to adjust at least, but he was always kind of in the right situation. He also SK read us very, very well as CT. And yeah, that's why it was really hard, even for me. I think never played against a team which adapted so fast and made it so hard for me to call. That's why I also had a really tough first half, because I was always thinking, what can I do? How can I outplay Cold? He's everywhere. And it feels like that he's like cloning himself like Agent Smith from Matrix, and he's everywhere. It's really hard to play against him.
I like that. Agent Smith of CS.
Yeah. No, was it a conscious decision from you guys as well? You know, on the CT side, you started playing really passively on the A-bombs, that you and Next really did a phenomenal job, you know, blocking a lot of the attacks that were coming from SK's way.
Yeah, we had like small reads on them how we want to play on CT side, and we needed also to adapt. And we like later after the timeouts we had good reads. There was one round where they smoked off 2 very early arch and long, somewhere in long, and so they smoked very early, and they wanted to look like that it's gonna be an execute, but we didn't even react, we didn't even flash. So we said they will smoke and wait out, and then they will react to the second smoke. That was kind of our important read on that round, and it worked out. And yeah, in the end as I say, I don't know what to say.
I think you can safely retire to your hotel now, get some sleep, because you've got a day off tomorrow now.
Yeah, we have 2 days off now.
Yeah.
That's why we also wanted to win. And yeah, now we can chill a little bit. But we will probably practice tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So
that doesn't surprise me at all. In fact, I almost assumed that you'd go back to the hotel, and unlike most teams who would celebrate in the bar with maybe a quick drink or something, you guys will go back to the bar and just sit there talking about Counter-Strike, won't you?
Not tonight, I think, but